Okay, and we're up and running. Hi, everybody. Welcome here
Hello.
to another Sunday with us at Ages Past. I'm AJ, and I, of course, have here with me the amazing group of once more reunited Cody, Connor, Kyle, Kayla, and Scott. As we dive back into our D&D adventures tonight. But before we get into the recap from what happened last week, let us get you some of those important pieces of information for you about the channel. So, Total Tabletop operates on many days of the week. Sundays, Ages Past, as you can see here, at 6:30 p.m. Just a little hint, all shows 6:30 p.m. Mondays, you can see Whispers of the Eye. Check that out with Dylan DMing. Tuesdays, you have Hodas, which is Sean DMing. Wednesdays, you will have Rise of Unity, which Spaz is now running. And there is on Fridays the world building with the devs, as well as a few other interested people who like to just create and imagine together. A lot of fun. Great times, and if you're interested, please feel free to check out the links down in the middle of the Twitch. You'll be able to join our Discord and be able to meet and greet and learn a few things, as well as to maybe contribute and be a part of everything. So it's great. Win-win all around. Let's see. If you want to participate in the stream tonight, you can do that as well. Just by sitting in here, you are accumulating total tabletop points. The more you have, the more you can spend on cheering at us. This is to let us know if you liked something that we did, the players did a very cool move, or the DM was very cynical or evil to them, or maybe merciful and kind, and you thought good on me. But anytime you do,
We do
feel
love
free.
mercy.
Feel free to send it our way. If you are a subscriber or follower, you do accumulate more every time you spend here. So it goes from, like, I think 1 or 5, and then it goes to, like, to 10 and 15. So it pays. It pays to follow. But the last thing you can do, if you really want to help the players out, you can purchase for them Inspiration. That's that tiny little token you can see up there, right on Smokey. Smokey's got that one right now. That allows him, and anyone who gets one, to reroll any saving throws, ability checks, or attack throws, should they need it in those dire moments. If you wish to do so, it's just 300 bits, and be sure to put the name of the person you'd like to send them along to. But other than that... Oh, and of course, any other links down in the middle, you'll be able to check out a few things, including the merch store, as well as some upcoming events, and also the particular interesting dynamics with the guild hall. So if you're really interested in a few things, feel free to check them out anytime. But with all that said and done, and with everything about the channel out of the way, I think we can now go back into what happened last week here at Ages Past.
Bad stuff.
So,
Brian bought Rook a thing.
I believe your party
Thanks,
name...
Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Oh, Brian, thank you, Brian. Who to Rook.
Rook.
Who to who?
He
Yeah.
gave him back
not the owl, but the...
a welcome back present.
Oh, that's
I
very
appreciate
So
you.
nice.
Welcome back from hell.
There
Here's
you
an
go.
inspiration. Do better.
Oh,
Hey, fucking rude.
I'm just gonna name Kyle real quick. There we go. All right.
Rename Kyle.
So, well, because he had his name up. Anyways, so last week, Rook had been missing, as he had been sent off to a destination none of you have been aware of before now, Plane of the Nine Hells. In order to rescue him, you had sent a elite group, well, mainly one elite individual who formed a group, and that was Victor's uncle Vlad. Now, with assurance that Rook was in good hands, the dragons sent you all the way to the Kingdom of Assia in hopes to maybe perhaps find allies. Having to venture through a wild magic territory, causing your spells to go awry quite frequently, you eventually made it to Mournfur, where you discovered that a lot of outcast races, refugees, had fled during the Reckoning in order to find some form of sanctuary from the undead hordes. They established what appeared to be a very functional village until one night, 23 years ago, there appeared a massive, violent arcane storm out at sea, and a hurricane-like creation emerged, causing everything to go awry, including those in the village to suffer some of the more adverse effects. But after learning this, and having a few moments where you included meeting 9 alternative Varkeshes, who set up a bakery shop on the beach, a
Stupid
B&B,
thing to do.
Horrible day.
and you had your moments to interact with also Grok, the leader of Mournfur. as he was willing to perhaps help you in your attempts to form an alliance, or at least to bolster your forces in order to try and thwart Draken before it became too late. He said that in order for anything to even be possible to leave Assia, the hurricane-like storm needed to be dealt with, and though he didn't have much faith in you, he always hoped. After you found a Minotaur who was willing to let you borrow his boat for the meantime to make it to the eye of this hurricane, you set sail and arrived at this peaceful center, allowing you to have a respite from this fallout of chaotic arcane energy. But as you arrived, a turbulent vortex emerged and sucked you all down to the depths. Luckily for you, having the ritual water breathing, you didn't drown upon arriving at this ship-like graveyard filled with marrow that was surrounding what appeared to be a large creature of glowing bioluminescent water that seemed to take on the shape of some kind of elemental, with a skeletal-like corpse at the head which seemed to almost form a mismatched abstract face of an open mouth and two eyes, one gleaming with a brilliant light, realizing that this is another ring of elemental command. Having fought the creature, doing your best not only to thwart its attempts to drown you, seal you in ice, or just to batter you to the point of being chum, you were able to, fortunately, have Victor reach out to the ring, put it on, and with a battle of wills, finally able to subdue this creature that had been trapped inside the ring, giving him the chance now to become attuned to another elemental ring. With two in hand, and with the seas beginning to calm, we return to you now as you have been searching, perhaps, for the remains of the lost brother of the Minotaur. As we return, TPK, what do you wish to do?
That's a good name.
It is a good name.
Hopefully Rook
We'll
comes back
workshop
today
it.
and we can tell him about it.
I still like Wimbistles better, but you know. Whatever.
Sorry, what are we doing?
What are you doing?
We're still at the bottom of this lake, ocean thing,
Ocean.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it
The
is.
big
It's
blue
not a
wet
lake.
thing?
Big
Yes.
it's a big ass lake.
Yeah, the big blue
Really
wet
big.
thing.
Oh,
The lake that
salty.
covers 80% of the earth.
Probably more.
Can I look? Did Winnie ever find any of the bodily remains?
I'll give Winnie
doubt
one
it.
more chance to take a look-see. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
'Cause you have Winnie and Octopus searching around too somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Does he get advantage because he's an octopus? I don't know anything about octopus.
No, I'm
and
being
D&D.
generous and not giving you disadvantage for his size and chance of
Oh,
being eaten by
okay.
predators.
I think he gets like a. What does he get? He gets like a +2 or a +4. Hold on.
All right.
No, not for investigation. That's for
Oh,
It'd be an
that's right,
intelligence, but
perception.
luckily you rolled over a 10, so you get to roll 1 percentile die
Yay!
to see if you can.
It's like divine intervention, right?
It is like divine intervention.
Oh my god!
So,
What just happened?
as you were
I
looking,
found a dead minotaur.
as you were looking around here at the
Mazel
wreck,
tov.
Valindra, you didn't get much luck, nor did the rest of your party. However, you receive a small little telepathic ping from Octawinnie.
Yeah.
And you do see through his eyes, as you make the connection with your familiar, you can see what looks to be a bit of torn remains of what was once a minotaur. There is mostly bone left. There's some clothing still attached and maybe a bit of flesh here and there, but most of the soft, easy pickings have already been taken. But there is what appears to be, perhaps most likely, the brother of the minotaur you left at the docks.
Yay! Okay, I will relay that to the group. I think
So we're all
I
set.
found him.
Right.
Okay, so we probably need to go get him because I don't think Octopus when he's very strong, right?
No, I doubt he can. I don't think he can carry him. He can do a lot of things. Well, he can do some things, but carrying a minotaur is not one of them. I don't think I could even do that.
Parkesh, can you lend a hand? Lend a hand? Lend a hand.
Chandelier?
Land-
Hand.
What's happening?
We found the minotaur body.
he was asking if you saw what you liked. But,
Do you see what you like? Yes. Okay. So I guess we should go because we've already looted this place and we can't find Squat Diddley.
Well, I wanted to ask that question. So
Dude,
after
we loot.
bonding to the ring, there was a huge explosion of water, and then the fucking whirlpool kind of stopped. But that's where we ended. Do we really get a chance to look around here besides looking for the Minotaur
You
body?
did. You did. You looked
Okay.
around a little bit for just a brief moment. That was the first percentile die chance that Winnie had at that time.
That's what it was.
All right. So while we're down here, I'll just say, all right. Well, that was pretty crazy. Should we look around to see if we find anything cool, or should we just get out of here while we still can?
I'm stuffing a cow corpse into my bag.
I don't think there's a while we still can thing. I think we eliminated the threat.
Well,
But
the whirlpool stopped. At
Oh, look, a
least.
kraken.
Why would you even? Don't joke. Okay, I guess let's just go ahead and go back. Let's go back. Let's give.
What? Can we take like one
Grok.
quick little looks around? Because there's more than just one ship down here, right? Like we came in on Minotaur's ship that's probably fucking gone now, but I mean there's like other ships in here. Can we take one quick little look around, perhaps? Maybe just to see if we find anything cool?
I mean, I'll go with you,
mean-
Victor.
All right. I mean, just really quick, just like super duper,
All right, super quick. Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
super duper quick. Like, oh my gosh. Window shopping, but
Boop.
what's window shopping
12.
in the ocean? Is that the ocean shopping? I mean, it's just a lot of water, really.
Victor, you find a really beautiful seashell.
I say
I'm
just
taking
see
it.
what's on
I
offer.
mean,
I'm still taking that
it
shit.
looks really nice. I mean, Smokey, for the most part, the wreckage is practically useless, and for the most part, there have been no outside trade or anything for these ships. They've been mostly fishing vessels.
Fishing.
So you see a lot of tattered, broken nets, maybe some tangled lines and stuff like that. But there's nothing of value to really take.
Mm-hmm. All right, swim back to the group. Okay, I didn't really find much in the ships, but
I found a seashell.
oh, that's nice. So how are
Good
we
for you.
getting back without a boat?
We could try teleporting.
Could you turn someone into something that can swim really fast?
I could actually do both of those things.
We'll save the teleporting just in case, we need it.
Okay. Valindra, you okay being the transformee?
Yep. I love turning into animals. Go for it.
Okay. I will turn her into.
Turn me into a giant octopus, and then I'll have a baby octopus.
I'm tempted. I'm trying to think of something that can carry all three of us. Because the park hatch is so big.
I got 10 legs. I can carry you guys.
You know what?
A whale?
Yeah.
Can you do a whale?
I was thinking about a whale. Yeah.
Whale.
We're gonna do a blue whale.
Oh.
Nice.
I feel like that's a QI reference, but all right. So, Valindra gonna be a blue whale, and I'm assuming you don't resist this.
Nope.
Okay, great. So,
Best color to be is a blue whale.
I'm going to use the killer whale stats. Valindra, you have an intelligence of -4 and a wisdom of +1. So, as you take on this form, you being the
I'm
only
gonna-
one.
I'm gonna grab the squid, by the way. The winner squid?
Well, that
No,
squid is
Octawing.
actually nowhere near you at this point.
Oh,
Because
I left
as-
him outside the maelstrom.
Yes, as Valindra turns into this large, very large blue whale, as you can see, very capable of perhaps ferrying you all in some manner if you grip onto something. You will find that, Valindra, I need you to now make a survival check with disadvantage because you are the only one who can communicate with the little pinging radar that is Squiddy. Okay, a 2.
She
Alright.
was a whale, not a cow.
Look, I'm trying my best. I can't go that low.
For over the hour, you feel like you're swimming in circles. Every one of you have no idea how to really track and understand a lot of how to figure out the topography of the under the sea. And for the most part, you think maybe hopefully you're getting closer, but it's hard to tell. Whale Valindra can't talk to you,
Okay.
and an hour is about to go off, Smokey. Like about 5 minutes away.
I should I drop it, guys?
I mean,
Can
we're just doing laps.
While we're surfing on a whale, are we below the water or above the water? Well, above would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, okay.
Well, I
I'm
have
assuming-
to
She does have to
breathe.
surface.
I'm
It's
assuming.
true.
Well, how long can a whale hold their breath?
Um,
Not an hour.
And technically, here's another question: does the whale still get affected by breathe underwater?
It does. But I wouldn't know that as a dumb little whale. I would surf.
It-
You probably would surface just because you feel like I need to breathe.
Mhm.
I got water in my. It's like having water off your nose constantly. It's because I got water in my blowhole.
Yeah.
So I gotta.
Yeah. So you would have a moment of going up and down. She would have to go back down to keep searching for Squinty. So
Or Varkesh,
Wait, we already
Don't-
grabbed. Why are we looking for Squiddy?
because
Bar-
he's the thing, right? Like he's,
Barkesh already got the body.
Because he's my baby and I'm unhealthily attached to him. I thought we had
Uh,
already established this.
Barkesh has the body. What body?
No.
I did. I went to pick it
Minotaur.
up, didn't I?
I thought
You
were-
thought I think you thought that it was in the maelstrom. I deposited Winnie whenever the boat was being brought to the maelstrom because I wanted to drop him where the boat was like captured before.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
I-
wouldn't have left until we got the body.
No, you're not leaving yet. You're searching for the body. Valindra told you
Love it.
that somewhere out there,
Oh,
little Squinty
all right.
has found
Got it.
the body.
I think we're on the same page of the players thought that Varkesh got the body from the squid already. We didn't
Yeah.
do that yet, is what
No,
AJ's
no.
saying.
You're looking for the
We
Squinty
need to
right
do
now.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We need to go
Okay,
find Winnie,
I-
and we
I
don't know
dropped
where this little
Valindra's
fucking
back.
squid is. Got it.
Did we do
Fastest
it?
weight loss ever.
Did
The
we,
only thing I'd like
did
to
we
do-
win?
I'd like to
All
do
the way
two things
anyway.
real quick. While we're on this whale, is there any way that I can look / attune to these water rings?
Yeah, it's been an hour.
So does like anything happen when I like fully attune to them now? Because I know that I attune to them ish.
I was gonna say, did you unattune to, or were you attuned to 2 or 3 items?
I am attuned to
2 rings?
the ring of earth and the ring of nothing. That's it.
Not the stone. You're not attuned to the stone.
The stone isn't attunement anymore. It's like a ring or some shit.
Okay.
The
So you're
Revivify
only attuned
ring?
to 1 item.
That's it. I gave all my shit away.
I am
I'm just
very
a nice
surprised.
cat like that.
I am very surprised.
I gave the stone to Valindra, I think, for spells.
No.
Well, I don't have
I
it.
think you still have it for Revivify.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I think
Revivify.
you still have
I
it.
think you still have it.
That's the ring. I think you're talking about the ion stone that floats
Yeah,
above.
there's an ion stone. Yeah.
Yeah. Valindra has that. I gave that to Valindra.
I do? Oh my god, I could have cast another spell.
Could have cast 3 other spells.
Shit.
Depends. All right, so let's see. So Valindra, you have your gauntlet, the ion stone, and your rod. Those are your 3 attuned. Wait, isn't your shield an attuned item?
I think
It
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
So, Victor, considering the fact that you only have 2, would you like to have a 3rd?
So I have my rod, which I need.
Yep.
Well, my ring actually is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
I
ring.
have my armor, which I like, and I
Yeah.
have the thing, the iron stone. What's the 4th one I have?
Gauntlet.
My gauntlet. Oh, I can't
Gauntlet.
get rid of my gauntlet. I
mean,
really like this. I really like
Because
this.
remember, we got someone, I think Varkesh made the Revivify ring, or the Etchers did, and I gave my Iron
I did.
Stone to Valindra so she could have that. And I was like,
That
Oh my
sounds
God.
familiar.
is rings.
Are we just floating here in the ocean discussing?
We're yelling at
what we
each other
have?
in the
this
middle of
is
water.
kind of like
We're
a
just
pause.
treading water. I give this. I'd have to give the stone back because I can't not
I
have
mean-
Why
my
don't you
gauntlet.
give it to the Etchers and you can combine them or some cool
I
shit.
mean, I can take the stone for now.
Where's-
Ooh. Yeah, I'll give it to Smokey for now, and then if Smokey doesn't want it later, I'll talk to the etchers about.
All right. So if you
And so-
then, Victor, only have 2 items that you are attuned to, then you technically are attuned to both rings. Amanda. Now, I'm pretty sure, just in case if you need to ever see it yourself, you can always look it up, but just as a reminder for those, I do know you have the ability to breathe underwater, to have a movement speed equivalent of your walking speed, so you have a swim speed. And let's see, I think you have... Alright. You can cast the following spells according to the charges that the ring has. Create or destroy water, 1 charge.
Mm-hmm.
Control water, 3 charges.
Mm-hmm.
Ice storm for 2,
Sick.
and wall of ice for 3. You are
Go you?
familiar with wall of ice. That is the sphere that everyone kept getting encased in. That deadly cone sphere. Create and destroy water, pretty self-explanatory. Control water, I think you know, that was the vortex, that's the push and pull. Ice storm, I believe, is the concentration breaker for spellcasters.
Yep, and breaks line of sight too.
Oh shit, son. Okay, so I would like to do that while I'm on this whale. And the only other thing I want to do while we're on this whale is I go to Varkesh, I say, Varkesh, Valindra has another blowhole. Get it? Because, like, usually she
You
just...
got it. That actually
that
caught me
one.
off guard.
But now that she's a whale, she has a totally another hole that she blows hot air out of. I don't think she can understand me because she's a whale. So
I
this is
mean,
good.
Watch that
technically-
tail come up and crush.
Her intelligence right now is a -4. It's a 3. You know, so I mean, Well, Linder, just roll a d20 for me. See if maybe perhaps your intelligence beats that of the natural instinct of the
I
whale.
am getting off whale Valindra
Oh,
before
I'm-
the tail kills everyone.
No, that's a -2. No, a lot of the times you just kind of you see Krill and you just go, ooh, Krill.
Mhm. I would have actually been
Yeah.
trying to guide her with minor illusion, but I wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah.
All right,
That's it.
So,
those are the only 2 things I wanted to do on this whale.
so
Sit
Valindra,
on her
where
and then install.
where is
Jesus.
Squinny?
You're back
Um,
as human,
I-
Valindra. Or
Yeah,
elf.
I will guide him to 20.
All right, you can make your survival check with advantage now that you can communicate and
Yay!
figure.
And I'm actually proficient in this.
Oh, good.
Oh wow, it didn't do me a whole lot of good now, did it? No, because I'm the one that's rolling.
Good.
There we go.
16.
16.
16.
Not bad.
It takes
And I rolled a
you.
10.
It takes you about half an hour, since luckily you were swimming in circles. You didn't stray too far from the starting point.
Shut up, Kyle.
Silver lining.
But you were able to find.
That's a good thing.
You were able to find Squinny within about 30 minutes, and you can see that the little octopus is nestled right beside this not too pretty looking Minotaur corpse.
Oh.
Right. Well, if
Is
we
this
can
it?
get,
Is that the thing?
I hope it's that one.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. I don't know why, because I can breathe underwater anyway. So
You're doing this the whole time. while
Are you
underwater.
prepping for a squad? What are you doing?
well, peeing in the pool. No, never mind. I'm not going there. So
No.
fuck it. I'm gonna go pick
No.
up the corpse instead.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Put it in my
I was
bag.
thinking, guys.
Oh.
If we can,
Okay.
What?
If we-
What does that mean?
It goes in the bag of holding.
Okay, thank God.
if we can get to the top, the surface of the water, and 2 of us go into the, the forge, I can cast fly on 2 of us, and we can just probably fly to the
Go in the
village.
forge.
Yeah, that works. Wait, Varkesh went in the forge?
No, I'll go in the forge. I can't fly.
Oh, that's
Well,
limitations.
oh, that's right, because he's.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Oh, he acknowledges it. Okay.
But that wasn't exactly like it was a taboo subject. I'm petrified of heights.
Alright, I guess I'll fly.
Alright, so Valindra once more flying alongside Smokey. And Victor.
Wait for me! I haven't got in the forge yet.
How,
Ginger snaps.
How? Whoa, shit. Okay. How fast do you guys? How fast can you fly, Smokey? Like,
60 feet. Well, technically 120 feet generally per 6 seconds, so 20 feet a second.
as Smokey's talking, you just see Victor like stretching a little bit. All right, cool. Okay. I mean, I don't know what it is, but as I look down at my hand with these rings on it, I kind of feel like I want to race. Can we race?
like you're-
I kind of like want to swim.
How about this? I've had so bad luck of trying to sprint while flying. How about Valindra? I cast Fly on you. I'll go in the forge with Varkesh, and you race Victor.
That could be fun. That could be fun. I will bet you this seashell as I pull up the seashell.
I minor illusion to make it glowing glitter.
Holy shit, I didn't do that before. Now it's serious. It's a magical seashell.
Okay.
Love
You have to
that
put,
dot
something,
snail
you have to
side
put
thing.
something up the bet, though. I mean, magic seashell. What do you got?
What do I got?
Seaweed.
How far away do you think we are from shore, by the way? Anyone?
There's a couple hours by boat, so
Yeah, so
we'll
we-
It was a
probably
couple
need more
hours.
than
It was a
one.
couple hours by boat.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Too late now. I will.
We all gonna be exhausted.
Actually, Victor, I will say I'm much more interested in trading for your tinker's tools.
So you want to bet the tools that you're already borrowing from me?
No. I'm saying
that's
instead of the
Shell.
shell, I would like for you to put up your tinker's tools.
Okay, sure. What do you have to put out to offer here?
I have a bag of gold apple skins. Or I have
Probably bronze now.
Look, I don't have a lot. I have an alchemy book. It's very good. I know you're interested in like plants and stuff, and I'm sure if you had the alchemy book, you could
Sure.
use it
That sounds
to
great.
figure
Okay.
out how to pull. Yep. Okay.
Look for tools. Okay, I dig it. Let's do this.
All right. Here we go.
So once we're on the surface, Smokey will cast Fly on Valindra, and Ginger snaps back into the forge.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
using
so
the
do
force
we
to-
know a direction? Do we know a direction, Valindra, or are we just running, swimming in this direction?
Well, do I know what direction?
Make a survival check.
I
Can I
rolled
do
an
one too?
11.
11.
Would I get advantage because I can
You
fly?
see the sun.
That
Can I
doesn't
do
really
one
mean
too? I
anything.
mean, I was on the boat.
Oh no, well yeah, Victor, you could try to gauge. Anyone who's outside can try to look around.
When
of
Smokey
water.
cast Fly on me outside of the Maelstrom radius, did anything happen?
No.
Oh my god.
Did not even think of that. That
When
could've
they
been-
went into the
Um,
forge, nothing happened.
Oh my god. Okay, now I'm happy. All right, yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm just gonna take off.
shit,
Okay.
Random direction.
All right. Well,
We're going that way. We're
she
going
goes
south.
that way, so you kind of follow her. Luckily,
Sure.
she seems to be going in the right direction. Thank God she rolled above a 10. But
Hey.
because there are islands nearby that you could easily mistake for the mainland.
All right.
You're welcome.
So
So I'll go first.
I know you're gonna
Uh,
beat her in math.
Two things. Now I can swim my regular speed, so that's 60 feet. So I can dash too. Okay. I can also
Keep
run on
once.
water. So can I do some cool shit where I like run and then dive and then swim and then get back up and then run? I'm just for the thematics of the
Oh
coolness of
yeah,
it.
oh yeah. You can do a version of Dash from The Incredibles. Basically, you have moments where, as you begin to swim, you pick up the speed, and suddenly you just come out. And there's a moment where Valindra can see you neck and neck, where you're doing this like version of like a graceful emergence,
Fucking
and
dolphin.
then you just
Just
kind of,
imagine the tail and just like a little propeller.
and then you get to the point where you can even see Victor's kind of. Victor, just do an acrobatics check for me real quick. I want to see the flair of Victor.
And just because it's gonna be super fun, do I have any charges on this ring yet?
Yes, it
Like
comes.
since I tuned to it?
It comes with charges. Yes.
Okay. Once we get towards the end, I'd like to cast Control Water, where I could redirect flow and maybe see if I can like give myself water boost.
Okay.
Once we get within 500 feet of the
You're gonna dimension
shoreline,
door.
I'm gonna dimension door.
Yes. I know the plans already.
Okay,
I've already
cheater.
gotten the chess moves way ahead. However,
Depends if I'm far enough ahead or not.
before you get to your coup de grace, there's a teeny little thing about math we have to involve ourselves with. Smokey,
Oh gosh.
how
Yeah.
many minutes can you concentrate on Fly? Is it 10?
It is 10.
All right, Valindra, you can travel for about 2 miles before the spell will fade. It is a little bit more than 2 miles away from the shore.
Uh-oh.
So, as the race is happening, you both are just going full blast at this point. Valindra, you notice that there's a time where Victor, roll your acrobatics checks for me real quick. I just want
I'm
to see
sorry.
the
Yeah,
flair
sorry,
of
sorry.
Victor. There could be a
gotcha.
moment where he could skid. Yeah, he doesn't skid too bad. So you see, he does little versions of changing between what you would imagine as flying fish to arcing dolphin, to even to the point where he starts running on the water. He even starts to be a little bit more, how would you call it, boastful with his newfound abilities, even turning on his back and running backwards and looking at you, like arms folded, and then falling backwards into it and just keep going. There's this fun little moment where you're both basically neck and neck at this time, unless Victor chooses to do Step of the Wind to...
Oh yeah, I got 8 key points left, dude. We're doing all that shit.
Okay,
If he gets to be like 60 feet in front of me,
that would happen within maybe about 10 seconds.
this is so fucking stupid. Um,
God damn it.
I'm gonna use my once a day 6th level spell and cast Mass Suggestion on Victor
Okay.
because I'm an idiot.
What would you like to suggest to Victor?
Let me
I'm just gonna say, you don't really want to win.
Oh.
Not really. Let's just slow things down. Take a leisurely swim in the ocean. Enjoy the sun a little bit.
God
What do
damn
you
it.
think?
All right.
What do you think?
This is a wisdom saving throw from you, Victor.
Yeah.
The DC I'm guessing is 19?
Gosh damn it, dude. All right. What is it? A wisdom?
It is
Yeah.
a wisdom save.
Son of a bitch! I literally cannot win in this game. I cannot win.
I knew it.
So there
That's
is
all I got.
there's a little moment where you hear her and you're just kind of going, what? Can't hear you. The
Cool.
spray.
So I just cannonball into the ocean and start slowly making my way to the shore.
Who has the forge?
I think Valindra would.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So Valindra, you have the forge. Victor, gone. He's going and gone.
Where do you think
I
it's
mean,
going out there?
I feel like eventually I would notice that she's not there, considering
Oh yeah, you look up
Running
and she's
back.
no longer flying.
the running backwards part would definitely happen a couple times.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can go back if you want.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right.
After I get, shit, like do a skid stop,
Yeah.
just run straight backwards the way I was going, and see if I can find her.
I'm just floating.
Oh yeah, she's pretty easy to find in the ocean.
Okay.
Floating in the waves. Actually, I don't think I even can float with all my armor and stuff.
Well, you can always tread water if you wish.
Yeah, I'll tread.
I will.
Oh God.
Don't want to be a dick. No, I won't. All right, so I'll just like run, and as I get a little closer, I'll just slow down. So I just like kind of like plop into the water. What's wrong? Why did you stop? We were racing.
Well, I can only fly for 10 minutes, so.
Oh. Well, shit. Okay, that's. Did you not know that when you started the race? I mean, that was.
I had kind of forgotten about it.
Oh. All right.
Ginger snaps. Smoking comes out.
All right.
Valindra, why didn't you guys ask me to recast the spell?
Well, because you were in the forge, and in order to cast a spell, you'd have to pop out and then cast it and then pop back in. And I figured you might fall since I was flying.
I mean, yeah, but do you want me to,
Yeah.
do you want me to cast it now?
I mean.
Nah, it's okay.
Well, what are we
Okay,
gonna
so we're
do
still okay. We're not that far. Okay. All right.
Can you try to just teleport us?
I mean, I'd rather just cast fly. It's a lot less.
All right, sure. Yeah. You
How
can cast
how much
fly
further
again.
how much further do we have to go? Can we see the land at all yet? Or are we still
Oh yeah,
kind
you
of...
can see the land.
Yeah, you
Doggy-
can just
doggy
cast fly
paddle.
again.
Doggy paddle the rest of the
Okay.
way.
You might
I
be...
cast fly on Valindra again. Ginger snaps back in.
All right. The race continues as you book it and
So
move as fast as
are you
can.
good? Are you good from your? Did you get a good rest now? Are you okay? Come on! So I don't even wait for her to respond. I just take off.
I
Okay.
literally hate this cat. Not this cat, that cat.
It was good you clarified. Now, as you race across what appears to be the final gap before you reach the port, you see that Victor does his version of just toying with you a little bit, maybe just keeping a little bit ahead, but not going to be overly boastful for how fast he is. He's just going to get there about maybe, I'm guessing, 10 seconds, 20 seconds before you do, just to kind of
I
like
mean,
solidly do it, maybe. But
would I be within Dimension Door?
yeah. Considering the fact he would know these plans, I mean, Victor, are you feeling like you'd want to just race it, or would you be a bit braggy?
Silly question.
Braggy.
Okay, bye.
Do this for me real quick, Victor. Just
Sure.
roll a d20.
Okay.
And multiply it by, let's go with 10. That's probably how
Should
many
move it.
feet you would. All right,
30.
just 30 feet. You just one little quick dash, just so you could just keep an eye on her, and in case she tries to push something, you could But yeah, so as you get to that point where you're ready and looking behind, you can see she gets there, then she just disappears.
Son of a bitch. I will sprint as fast as I can and burn up some more key points
All right,
and use my control water. Just all in whoosh.
Okay, great. So, as Victor is just in a moment of, crap, he decides to just forgo all concern, care, and logic, and decides to not only push to the point that he goes at super sprinting speed, but you see he begins to create a flood as he pushes his hands out as the ring begins to glow,
we're gonna flood
and
the
suddenly
town.
there's a tidal wave, a large 20-foot tall mass of water spanning all across. You can see it now moves towards you, Valindra. As you stand and look, you can see tiny little Victor, massive wave, incoming right towards you.
Cool. Well, I'll just, I guess, Jesus, what can I do?
Eldritch
Not much.
Blast.
I will Eldritch Blast the tidal wave. I will. I'll just get out of the way the best I can.
All right, well,
Can't do much.
getting out of the-
I can't stop. Ah, get out of the way.
God.
Yeah, at this point, it's just too much of a... It just begins to go up. You can even see it, Valindra, as you're looking at it. Other denizens are starting to panic. Many of them are trying to run away as best they can in hopes to maybe avoid the full crash of the wave. However...
I will actually instead, I'm just gonna be like, Smokey, Varkash, get out here. Can you do something about this?
Ginger snaps.
Oh, good.
Oh.
In less than 6 seconds.
Ginger
No,
snaps.
no.
Wave!
Do I have time to do something?
Yes.
You have 6
Do I?
seconds. That's one round.
I cast control water.
All right, what would you
I do the same thing.
Oh.
Just both of us Moses it up a little.
Are you
bit.
gonna...
Oh no, we do. I imagine water bending. Just
Are you gonna... What do you wish to do? There are 4 things you can do. Are you doing flood, part, redirect, or whirlpool?
I just redirect, I suppose. Oh, fuck it.
Redirect?
Whatever doesn't destroy the town.
Okay. Redirect. Smokey, what are you doing?
Smokey will go ahead and aim towards the bottom level of it and redirect flow back out towards the ocean to try and get the water that's acting the momentum kind of curl back in on itself to go back out before it can crash.
Sure.
So basically
So
says
as
that-
it looms up to this point, it gets really close, and you can see that suddenly both of you pull your own hands out, invoke your own magic as you repel, and this repelling motion is counteractive to Victor as he's like, I got it! Ah! And he just kind of separates from the wave at this point and flies straight towards the docks. Luckily, the ships are spared the crashing water. Victor, can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was waiting for that. See if I go ass over kettle here.
All right, there's a bit of a little bit of a... You hit the roof, but then you roll and land on your feet. You're pretty good. No damage.
Shake all the water off.
I give that a 6.
Seriously,
What?
I mean, you hit the roof.
turn it upside down.
I mean, the East German judge is not
Turn it upside down, Vorkesh.
Is the
Fine.
bakery okay?
And then I'd put a minus sign next to the upside down suits.
As far as
That's
you
what
can tell,
Smokey's
the
concerned about. Is the
B&B
bakery
does seem
okay?
to be intact, and most of the ships and the surrounding buildings. However, the commotion did seem to bring quite a few of the population to come out to see what on earth was causing that, and to also hear the cries of concern as a large wave out of nowhere appeared and then suddenly reversed direction. But as you arrived and stand there with everyone staring on at you, you can see a large crocodilic-like individual. As you do know, Damon Grock comes out, stepping and looking at you in a very intrigued but probably jolly. I mean, it's hard to tell, but that crocodile smile maybe perhaps hides a little bit of joy as
Don't
he
trust
looks
it.
down at you and seems to nod with approval as you stand there, getting Victor to kind of reassess himself for a bit, but he just nods in approval.
Well done.
Yeah, we did it. Oh god, I forgot how big his face
Thanks.
is.
It looks like it's resolved, and I don't think it'll be coming back.
Well, a deal is a deal. What do you wish for us to do?
Well, at this point, I think communications will be open, and so for those of you who wanted to travel with us back to our keep, or those who wanted to travel, out of Astia, that way should be open now. And I imagine that some dragons will contact you about specifics. If you'd be open to communicating, that'd be
How
great.
will you transport us?
We can. We can. I can get quite a few of you.
Explain.
Ooh, I have a corpse in my bag. I'm sorry.
Oh god, okay, that's
Pull that out.
not now, Varkash.
Oh.
Oh, I have to do it now.
I mean, he pulls out
No,
what
no,
appears
no.
to be pieces
Not
of
now.
bone that just kind of...
Take out my last 1,000 gold.
Quite a few
diamond
people are
piece.
turning away in disgust at that. But you can hear what appears to be one distant sound of...
Ah.
Maybe.
And I
we
get back to
should-
work.
Oh, okay.
What is back to
Uh,
work?
I'm now casting
that was,
Resurrection.
Okay, that's a hour cast?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm right there. Doing it.
that was a crazy thing out there. But I mean, magic seems to be okay now. I will do like gust of wind or something, like a cantrip, just to.
Works fine.
Can anyone else in the town cast the teleport spell? Do you know?
No.
Damn it.
Clerics don't
do you-
require this.
Well,
You
I
never
mean,
had like a trading port or like a magical trading port to set up or
No.
anything like that? Oh, okay.
Well, I
Well-
mean, the big thing here, Damon, is do you? I mean, we could help you get out of here, but do you want to leave this place, or do you want to build your city up to bigger? Town? Is this a city? A town? Village?
Town,
Town.
village, yeah, basically. It's quite rinky-dink.
right.
Niche? Little niche town? Little off the highway? You know, beaten path.
I'll
Okay.
ask the representatives of each race.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I think whoever wishes to leave can come to Almiel, and whoever doesn't should be fine to stay, right? We just need your aid in numbers.
Yeah,
And it,
when we came here, we weren't necessarily saying you had to pick up the whole town. We just needed your help at the request of our matron to see if anyone from your city, village. What do we say? Village could help us
Mournfur.
in more or less military kind of expos. You don't have to move. We just need people for.
I'd prefer the option of your kingdom.
Oh, we have lots of room, I say while resurrecting a corpse.
Friends are not fond of us.
Okay, full disclosure, there is a very boisterous silver dragon who kind of lives in the same territory as our keep.
but he's very
So-
friendly.
He is, if you're not,
Very friendly.
a chromatic dragon or other, really just that.
For a pebble at the back of Smokey's head.
Smokey,
I mean-
make a charisma check.
He's okay with this guy, and I'll point at Farkash.
Hi.
Wow. This guy.
12.
All right.
Well, if I just said Farkash,
He's
then
not
nothing.
sure whether he thinks what you're saying is of importance. It seems more like a side thought. Because it's a bit of like a
Kind of is.
persuasive / means that like maybe you might not want to. A 12 is not enough to maybe deter him entirely of thinking. This
It's
is an okay
just
place.
forewarning. Yeah.
Just gonna
Well,
say it's better than this shit.
But he does take your information. He doesn't seem to weigh heavily on it. It's not going to be a major
Yeah.
factor in the decision. It seems.
I mean, do you think the entirety of your village will want to leave? Will anyone want to stay?
If most go, all will go. One cannot survive without the community.
Well, shit, we just made a bakery here, so that was wasted money spent.
Oh,
Well,
wasted,
I mean,
wasted Varkashes, you mean?
Yep.
Well,
it could be a place for a getaway. If
Okay.
not-
Okay. So can we get a team huddle here for a second, Damon? Would you mind just holding on for just a moment?
I can't. I'm literally.
Yeah, gather around Varkesh.
yeah,
I'm,
Farkash is busy. We'll gather around him.
thank you.
Okay, so just side question here, okay? If are we gonna take all of these people with us? I mean, they're basically giving us their town as people to fight in battle for us and come to our keep. I mean, our keep, we have humans, right? And we have fire people, and we have dwarves, kobolds, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tabaxi. So I mean, our keep is great, but what are we gonna do with this town? Do you guys want to own a town? I mean,
No,
the
this place
thing.
is a shithole.
No, it's not.
No.
It's right on the water. It's a
I-
great place.
I gestured towards the house that's covered in fish.
I mean, we can fix it up.
Something a little magic couldn't fix. These guys haven't used magic forever because if they do, their testicles shrink or they grow a third nipple.
That was-
If
that
we
was
were to fix it up, it's a conversation for a different time. We cannot manage a exotic blissful getaway and save the world from an evil lich at the same time.
But who could we
Besides, how
send here to
often
do
we
that
have
in the
free
meantime?
time? We never get any free time.
Who could we send here in the meantime to do it for us? I'm
I mean-
thinking Smokey's family, like your dad, your brother, and your sister.
I don't think they
No,
will.
I don't think his brother and sister will want to do manual labor. I think that is something they will not like. And
Well, I mean, like
since now they're
management,
now that they're on the sort of bad side of the dragon, because they kind of escaped, and I'm assuming she doesn't like them very much now, at the keep is the safest place for them.
or as far away as possible to this place.
Dragons have wings. She could probably fly there pretty quickly.
I mean, they
That's
may
a-
be discouraged to come here because we know dragons didn't like to come here, but then as soon as they know that they can come here, that wouldn't be a dissuasion anymore.
And I don't. Arad had an issue with our keep, which, granted, it wasn't glamorous, but it was better than a lot of the establishments here. And I don't think he'll be happy coming
What about your
here.
dad? Why don't we send your dad here? This is really tucked away. He'd be super safe out here.
Philindra's dad?
Yeah.
I mean, he lives in a really glamorous city right about now.
I don't think my dad wants to be tucked away. I think he just wants to be where I am.
Also, Victor, I get the feeling that a lot of these people don't want to be here. It has bad memories for them. A lot of them have died and just.
Okay, I think we're all missing the point of a really great opportunity here for some beachfront
Look,
property.
and
with
I'm not saying
bakery
it's not
and
a great
up-
opportunity.
Really,
I'm saying not now.
Up and coming Mournfur. We could change the name Mournfur. It sounds so sad. We could be like Happy Fur or not
Okay.
Mourn. Place.
Okay, Victor, you have a one-track mind. And when it's focused on the right thing, it's great. But we do not need to focus on this right now. We have other problems.
I'm just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We could send Smokey's family. We could send your family. Like, get them out here where it can be safe away from all the,
Actually,
other end of the world where, in Florin, where people are dying and there's massive dragon fights and people are taking over Rusted Ridges and the Jinstin deserts and things,
there are not my family, but if you remember, Edie and Barbie are still at the keep too.
Mhm.
Barbie used to run a jail, and Edie has just many, many talents. We could ask them, but I mean, again, I'm just concerned that a lot of these people, the majority of this town wants to leave.
All right. Just
I
an
mean-
idea.
I mean, I can see where Victor's going, but there's not really, much benefit to play here, and I don't really see many people that would want to give up a really nice, just recently renovated keep and a building town just to come to fish.
Also, they're very
shanty.
far out of the way.
Yeah.
We can ask. That's all we can say right now. Is
Put a
that we
pin in
can
it.
ask. That's all we wanted.
Plus, it's safer.
Okay, so yeah, Damon, okay, sorry for the break there.
He turns to look at you, already having conferred with a few individual races, having them send off to go to their respective leaders.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Furbolgs, the cook.
Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna take all of you, whoever wants to go, the whole kit and caboodle. That's a thing, right?
Wait for us.
I guess we'll
to
stay one
reply.
more night.
It should take
So
us
everyone-
no more than an hour.
Well,
Oh,
if you're
well,
gonna
shit,
come with us,
okay.
I suggest you start packing up everything you need, and including building materials or shit.
We have very little.
Oh, I feel bad.
Well, you're busy, Varkesh, but okay, well, all of us. So there's stuff here, right, that we can't find anywhere else. Can we try and look around and see if there's anything that'd be, I don't know, worth trading elsewhere on the continent that'd be really valuable but super plentiful here? Fruit or exotic stuff?
They have nice seashells. As I hold up a seashell.
Heck,
There's seagulls
gremlins.
here.
Oh, I don't want to breed those in other places.
No.
Dang it!
All right. Well, Varkash seems to be busy for an hour doing the resurrection spell.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. As opposed
Where's
to
the
raised
Minotaur,
dead. I mean, it's up to
brother?
you. Do you wish to do raised dead or resurrect? Never mind. It's no. You have to do resurrection.
Yeah,
There's only
it has to be
ones.
resurrection. So.
All right. So that's going to be an hour for you. For the
Mhm.
rest of you, you can do something else in the meantime if you wish to leave Varkesh alone.
I mean, I can't do anything.
Nah, never mind.
I
I'm
really
trying
want
to think of what's valuable on the beach. What's valuable on a beach? It's really just the location. Yeah, Smoke's gonna work on his book.
Okay. All right. So,
What's that
taking-
guy's name? Darren? That's a guy's name, Darren.
Well,
Damon
Damon
Grock?
Grock.
Damon Groff.
Oh, Darren, the little gnome.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
No, Damon is. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll go find that guy.
Okay.
I'll work on my project in the forge.
Okay, by yourself.
I'm just gonna stitch flesh to bone out of nothing.
All right. So as
Well,
this
with,
Out of
with
sand.
the unseen
As this
servant.
happens, I would like, please, all, including Cody, to roll for me a d20.
Oh my
Oh, I
god!
can do that.
Oh my
I'm
god!
gonna die.
My, oh
14.
my.
Oh, I have fucked up.
Oh,
You know
bye
what?
for cash.
I'm gonna stay on the beach and just look for seashells for an hour.
Sure.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not
That's
gonna
not
go find that
dangerous,
guy. Fuck that gnome.
Wow.
Coward, I mean, what?
wow. Wow,
Fuck 'em.
indeed.
Wow.
Roll 1d20.
I'm gonna look for seashells.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
What the hell?
Wow.
We have a
So-
grouping.
Okay, guys, you know it's bad when I roll the highest. Like
Yep.
that is, we're
So-
fucked.
It's an
Fair
omen.
point.
Valindra,
Ah.
I need for you to receive a sending message.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Okay.
you have what appears to be a quick little reply from what you can tell is the matron.
Oh fuck.
Received word from agent inside Mournfur. Congratulations. I look forward to your successful diplomatic negotiations. Inform me when you have completed your task.
Oh, I get a response, right? Because that's a
You
sad
do.
thing.
Make a bad one.
Okay, I'll say way ahead of you. Mission completed. Gathering town members for recruits to keep at our keep.
Stuff like that.
10 more.
Yeah. There's not many. Will need training. Is Rook back yet?
All right. So, with that, Varkesh, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Then you die.
Okay. Now I suck at wisdom saving throws, which is ridiculous. Okay, not that time. Thank fuck.
Wow.
Two spectrums are shit.
I think you wanted to fail.
All right.
Possibly.
I can't see anything.
You just pass.
What?
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, I just passed. That's nearly 30.
Just pass.
What?
Hmm.
Just
Maybe
pass
the daddy
what?
thing. The daddy thing.
You needed a
I'm-
27.9 to pass.
I don't think I'm okay with that being a just pass. That's scary.
The daddy thing.
Let,
The
let,
daddy-
let, us just say there's a lot of negative modifiers to his role that he doesn't realize exist.
Hmm.
Oh, it's your
Oh, boy.
papa. He's checking in on you.
So,
My boy.
for the
Papa, can you hear me?
for the hour it takes, Varkesh, you do draw a crowd. Many people are watching you as they have seen and have had clerics before, druids as well. They seem to be the only ones capable of forming any kind of successful spell casting, so seeing one isn't necessarily unfamiliar, but with your power and your size, it seems to draw a crowd as they are watching this miracle of stitching light and turning it into flesh and organ as you slowly, over the process of an hour, rebuild the body of the lost brother. Now, at this time, Victor, you are looking around. Make a investigation check for me for your
Okay.
skills. Smokey just spends the
I'm
hour
gonna-
to copy into his spell.
I'm
Give him
gonna
a pound
really
then.
take my time too.
Okay.
Really, really looking it out.
Sure, you can roll with advantage. You'll just cover less ground.
With advantage? Yeah. Cool.
Alright, 19. Yeah, you do find an assortment of shells that you think are quite pretty, ranging from the classic seashell to curled ones that seem to be almost like horns in pinks and pale yellows, little bits of speckling here and there. It's rather nice, but you do find the coup de grace, a conch, a large speckled brown exterior with a beautiful kind of vibrant pink interior. It's about as big as your head.
Oh, super cool. Okay.
And the crab comes out and pinches his nose.
Ah!
No Little Mermaid here at this point, but
Damn
luckily for you, the shell does seem to be abandoned.
Ever seen a living conch before? They look silly as shit.
No.
I love them.
So, as you
That go, my whole man.
as you complete your hour, doing your own means to your own end, we will return just briefly to Rook's side of the story.
Why is
Okay.
there so much
Come on.
fire?
So-
I did want to have a conversation, like a very small conversation with Victor, but we can do that after Rook because I'm way more interested to see what happens there.
All right. So, in a brief summary for those of you here,
getting my chips.
Rook had spent what appeared to be 3 days in a lair of hell in Mineros. The area is filled with bog-like landscapes and acid rain that pours down continuously. A harsh landscape with no means to survive in, no fresh water, no food in sight. For Rook, sadly, the last thing that he had stumbled across was the ruins of Trilak, teleported here in what appeared to have been the similar circled summoning that brought Draken back into the material plane at the cost of his people. Searching around in the ruins for a time in order to maybe find any clues or hints or perhaps one lucky survivor that may have escaped any kind of torment, he found a few clues, very brief, Some of them maybe could be useful later, but he found for the most part evidence of struggles, broken buildings and chains dragged and thrown across, and a long, long line of footprints that had been led to those perhaps chained in a line heading to where he could at least tell looked to have been maybe perhaps the hanging city at the top of what appeared to be a dark, luminous cavern above. Fearing that particular location, it wasn't necessarily the best choice to go there, so you continued your search here in the ruins, using most of your time to spend looking for whatever you could, but also trying to avoid the acidic rain that would singe and burn your feathers and flesh. Sadly, you started to feel like your resources were running dry, to the point that you felt that maybe perhaps if no one came for you soon, you might die of thirst. Fortunately, though, for you, on the third day, 3 figures appeared to you, each one a little distant and hard to make out, but as they approached closer, you did recognize one at first. You saw the very familiar tabaxi-like figure of Victor's uncle Vlad. He seemed to be accompanied with 2 humans. One that seemed to be a bit more fair in complexion with brown hair, not necessarily the most handsome, but nothing to scoff at, 7 out of 10. You can see that he walked with 2 staves that were attached to the backs, one that looked to be a very plain in appearance with a simple weaving pattern with golden runes etched along the shaft. The other one looked to be some kind of ivory, with what appeared to be carvings of male figures posed in similar fashion to an artistic expression of masculinity and Grecian nudity, as it were, as it seemed to climb across the length up to the top. And he also had what appeared to be a beautiful dagger sheathed to his side in a very crescent-like shape, with a very jewel-like hilt and handle. Next to him, of course, was a more lavish individual. Very nice olive-colored skin, dark black hair, and appearing to have more of a noble attire. However, it was a bit more plain, with just a vest, no shirt underneath, exposing very nice-looking features, as he seemed to be very much, if you could imagine, Aladdin, but with a more refined appearance, but a similar outfit. As they approached, you did notice, with your keen insight, that the one with the staffs was pointing in your direction, seeming to gesture that you perhaps might be over there. However, the individual who was the more nobly dressed and handsome seemed to pinpoint you on the spot and locked eyes on you immediately. Having had a moment to realize that they were here to help, and with little else in hopes to maybe get out of here, you were able to eventually meet, confirm, and quickly grab hold and find a way to be shifted back into the material plane and brought to a very familiar location as you arrived in the city of Bylok. You were informed that you have arrived at a room at the Pin and Prick Inn. And though you seem to have what appears to be your rescuers finished with their task, as they were about to leave, the noble individual did turn to you with a smile and informed you that should you wish to call upon them, you would be more than welcome to at any time. But you are left in the room with Vlad at this point, and he seems to be glad that this whole ordeal is over, and he seems to go into his pocket and whisper something into a stone. And he seems to wait after a bit, receiving a message in reply and nodding to you, going, "Okay, so your friends, they were sent off to Asia. I don't know yet if they've returned, but if you just sit tight, I'm sure they'll tell us if they're alright.
Are they well? Are they okay?
They should be fine. They're tough. Victor there to protect them. Trust in Victor."
I trust in all of them more than I would most anybody else. In truth,
Good.
I am a bit surprised they weren't the ones to come with you.
It was dangerous to enter this particular area, and to be honest, not many know of this, only a handful, and I only trusted one who had at least skill to go in there before, but only because he said his friend was capable of doing it. I've never seen him do it, but clearly his companion did, or rather very successfully.
Which of the 2 do you speak of? Who has been there before?
Don't know he's been there before, but he had means to cast magic to somehow break through the realms, which is odd. Though it is not surprising, considering most rifts are opened since the Great War passed.
They seem very capable. What do you know of them?
Well,
Both of them.
Not much for the handsome one. It was he died. I know what you know. He called himself Raoul. That is best I remember. But my friend though, he was a little more familiar to me. Near Daedrin, he was the one who tried to set up something here in Bylock because he felt that most people were having hard times, so he thought he could find a way to make things better. I left him. He was someone who I adventured with for a brief period, very brief. Very good at what he did.
How long ago?
Oh. He scratches his head. 30 years? No. No, must be more like 20. Maybe 15? No, but maybe less. He didn't look that old to me. He looked like he was not too aged, which is very weird. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. I don't know. That don't make much sense to me, actually. I could have sworn it was 30 years. Either way.
I need to know anything that you know about him. Anything and everything.
Daedrin?
Yes.
Crafty, good with his hands, very, very good with his hands. Kind of like you, but not like you. You know.
He seems to be a magical practitioner of some sort, just based on what he carries on him and all those.
Oh yes, he studied the magic of the wood.
The parchment just bound all over his person.
The scrolls, you mean? The scrolls?
Yes.
Yeah, the scrolls, yes. Yes, he did. Sometimes, I suppose. He didn't have that many when I first met him. The staffs were new too, never saw those. Typically, he just walked around with maybe about 2 pieces of parchment at a time.
Curious. And what of the dagger? Did he used to have that?
No, that looked new to me.
And what do you know of his enterprise here? You say he's trying to help people.
He said that he was hoping to perhaps maybe organize individuals with like minds in hopes to maybe make it better. He suffered a lot of what is the word? Discrimination? Something like that. Not many like
what? Why would he face discrimination? He seems to be a human, although if it's been 30 years, there's something else going on.
They say mixture of taste, mixture of occupation, mixture of moral opinion. You know, some don't like this way of living.
I can identify with that on a very personal level, my friend.
Yeah, you see, just like you. Easy.
I don't suppose you have any food on you, do you?
Oh yes, of course I do actually. I have some little bit of dried chicken. Yeah, you okay with it? Or do you want to go downstairs and get a drink? We can get a drink at the creek.
That would be even better.
Sure, let's get something from the tap on the creek.
Get drunk with Uncle Vlad.
That is a hell of a statement.
He'll let you go downstairs in order to enjoy perhaps refreshments that you've been lacking in quite a while, and you will be spending probably more time eating than you are talking at this point, as you enjoy to refresh yourself and replenish, and to gather some small bits of information that you would learn from Vlad telling you some of the stories, as well as a little bit of insight if you wish to know some of the basics. But feel free to ask those questions or to type them out to me so that we can have them all sorted out to you.
Sounds good.
Because during your time of eating, Varkesh will have finished his true resurrection, and Valindra will have had a moment to talk to Victor.
Oh my gosh. What do we want to do first? Varkesh?
I just pat the Minotaur on the head as he comes around and says, "It was not your time to move on." Oh, they go, "Oh, there's your brother."
Okay, as you do say that and look up, you can see that he's already standing there looking at this in shock and awe, but as you see the eyes open and you look up, you can tell that the two lock on each other's gaze, and he's immediately down on the ground and picking his brother up and kind of holding him and doing a very... he doesn't really care. He's just sobbing quite openly.
I guess you'd have to steer his attention that way after all.
Gosh, dude.
Too slow. I already got it in the
Do
chat.
I hear a
Connor's in
the
bun on
chat
the wings?
No.
I was just waiting for
Spirit is
AJ to
here.
stop talking because that was important exposition. It's a lovely, touching reunion.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, yes, but you do have what appears to be a moment that Varkesh you're able to bring forth, and he does
Welcome back,
look at you in his mid sobs and does tell you in great gratitude an amount of thanks, and doesn't know what to say at this point, and just basically continues to sob and wheeze heavily.
Don't worry about it. We are the promise keepers. We keep our promises.
Yes. See, it works so good, you guys.
Shit, he's shouting from. Where are you, Victor? God damn
Because I
it.
pick up a conch.
With just also with a brief little passive insight, as you completed Varkesh, you would notice that some individuals have gone off running, perhaps to share the news and to say what they witnessed.
Oh god,
Okay.
people are gonna start bringing you the
Will
dead.
be a witness for Varkesh.
Very good.
But yeah, so Valindra and Victor.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'll just go like help him look on the beach for some shells and stuff.
Holy shit! I found the big. Look at this big thing as I pick up a conch.
Wow, that's it's impressive. That's
I look inside to see if there's anything in it.
No.
a little crap pinches your eyeball. Oh damn. So you got your new ring.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's exciting.
Mhm.
I'm happy that you got it.
Great. Thanks.
Yep. I just had a sort of favor to ask.
Yeah, you want these? As I pull out the Tinker tools.
I mean,
This is
yeah,
what
but
you want?
you can keep them for now because you need them to work.
No,
on.
no.
Okay.
You want them fair and square, kind of.
Well,
cheap,
I will let you borrow
fair and
them.
square.
Okay.
Nope. A bet is a bet. The race is a race.
Okay, I'll take them from him, and I'll be like, "Oh, Victor, here, let you borrow these because you need them to work on the project we're working on in the forge." So I'll literally take them and then give them back.
I'm still confused by our bet. I have no idea what's going on, but okay.
Okay,
I will
just
take them back questioningly.
All right.
Yep. So they belong to me. I'm letting you borrow them though. So you hold
This is
on
so
to them till we're done
confusing.
with
So
our
they were
project.
mine, and I let you borrow them, but now they're yours, and you're letting me borrow them to do a thing for you. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because friends share. So that's yeah.
Mhm.
So okay, but that's not the favor I was talking about.
Oh.
It's just okay. What you did, and like I said, I'm really glad that it worked out and that you didn't get overpowered by a maelstrom that was affecting an entire continent with surges of magic. Not continent, but section of land. It's just it was really really risky.
Were you about to
Not
say
whiskey.
whiskery? Like whiskey? Like whiskey?
Sure, let's go with that instead of I can't talk. It's
Okay.
just it was okay. It was a risky move. And I feel like maybe in the future, if you could think about taking the less risky route, it would be nice because it did work out, which is great, and I like that it worked out. But what if it hadn't? It's kind of like what would we do? Like what would we do? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not expressing this very well.
Okay.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Oh my god, okay. It's just, it felt like an unnecessary risk, is all. You could have waited until after we had killed it completely. And then taken the ring.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
What's up? Oh, you take
You
that
know,
off.
in the
Okay,
moment,
you can leave the door open then. Leave the
I
door
just
open.
kind of felt like I needed to do
Just in
that.
case so I can hear.
Yeah, and that's the because you think of the moment a lot, which is good. Like it has its very high benefits, but maybe sometimes it's okay to take an extra second and think, what if it doesn't work out in my favor and I get possessed by a water elemental, you know?
As I pick up another shell, I look at it and I throw it down. No, all right, that's not a good one. Okay, so I'm again a little confused because we won,
Yes.
and yet I still kind of feel like I'm getting like scolded a little bit here.
No. Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
I'm
Because
just.
here's the thing. Because my uncle always told me that when someone is speaking to you, anything before the but is a lie. So when you said to me, "Oh my gosh, it worked out so great and everything," but maybe next time you don't do those things. See, what you're really saying is you don't really agree with how I did it in the before the but part. Okay, you're just saying that to be nice, and what you really mean to say is the second part. So
Okay, no, I really am glad that it worked out.
I
and
really kind of feel like we don't need to beat around the bush anymore. We're all on the same team here. If you're just come out and say, "That was crazy, man. Don't do that again," that would be a lot better than, not doing that.
Well, okay, because the thing is, like, I really am excited that it worked out well. It makes me okay. If that had happened,
Mhm.
and we had lost you,
Mhm.
I mean, I know Varkesh is very talented and everything, but I don't know if the thing is there are just too many unknowns, and it just okay. I'm not. I don't want it to seem like I'm mad because I'm not. I'm just terrified. I can't lose anyone else. Okay, I'm barely hanging on because we don't have Rook right now, and when you did that, it scared me. So in the future, if you could not scare me, that would be really great. And it's nothing against your talents. It's just because I'm not good at losing people or things. Probably. I don't know. I've never actually lost anyone before, but I lost a fox and then I kind of went off the deep end. So I get the feeling if I lost a person, then I would really go off the deep end. And I can't make another agreement with a dark entity. And I'm pretty sure they have an interest. Like that. If I did that, that'd be it for me. And then like I'd just be sucked back into the hole. And I don't want to go dark side again, but I don't know what I would do if I lost anyone. So yeah, that's that.
Okay.
What about that shell? That one's pretty.
I will pick up the shell she points at. That's not actually that's not a bad one. Okay, so here's the thing. That was like a lot better. That's all you had to say first time.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't. Okay, all right. Well, you don't need to do that. I appreciate you caring about me now. That's the good things. I don't really know if you did that before.
You thought I didn't care about you?
You do know that she did, Vlad. When Victor, when you had that moment where Vlad had you all connect, and you would have known that she did care about you, and she had no idea of
When he
expressing it.
Vulcan mind melded us.
Yeah, I mean, I will try to make sure I think about your feelings when we're in combat.
Okay, just not necessarily my feelings, just
and not do crazy things.
Just like in the moment before you grab a ring that is possessing a dead body and causing a vicious maelstrom that is affecting a large portion of the land.
Okay.
Maybe just think, what if this doesn't work out in my favor?
Okay.
Like not necessarily my feelings.
In the moment,
outcome.
I only feel like I have like 6 seconds or so to think about things. So things are really popping in terms of.
Yeah, but as we both know, you're incredibly fast, so
that's
you can think.
So just so I got this straight, next time, if it ever comes up, that there's a ring situation with giant maelstroms, and I could potentially put on a ring to not do that.
Yes, but you
Got it.
do realize that this expands beyond that specific scenario, right? Because I doubt we're going to encounter the same problem again.
Okay, I just need to be sure that I am clear specifically about where we're going here.
Just
I got
be
it.
careful. Don't be impulsive. Be careful.
All right.
Okay. That's got some great shells.
I appreciate you expressing your feelings with me, Valindra.
I'm gonna go work in the forge now.
Oh gosh, okay.
I understand
okay.
that a lot more. But yep,
Okay.
thanks. Okay. Sorry,
Oh,
bye.
am I not coming with you? I thought you needed me to help you.
Oh yeah, you
Are
can
we
if you want to.
are
I
we
just
walking the same. We're gonna walk the same way. Okay, now
this is awkward now.
this
All
got
right,
awkward.
cool. I guess
Okay.
we'll just
Yep, now
Yep.
it's awkward. Yep.
cool.
Okay, so guess I'll see you in there. Ginger snap.
Ginger snaps.
And does the forge just fall onto the beach because neither of you
Well,
are
no,
carrying it?
I'll carry
We'll wait
the
till we get
forge.
back.
Yeah,
I'll wait till we get around people.
yeah, and I'll just ask Smokey to hold it, and then I'll ginger snaps in. And
Okay.
Start
Okay.
working.
All right.
Hey, Valindra, hey. We're working on
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, long time no see.
I know. Let's do this thing. Can I borrow your
Wow.
pool?
Yep. You already have. Yep. Sure
Great.
thing, buddy.
Great.
Okay. Easy enough for you to then do your moment to finish up.
God damn it.
You do have the time, as Arkesh had finished, that the meeting seemed to have happened, and word was spread near enough to the last minute. So as you begin to gather again and to just reconvene a little bit, Smokey, not really knowing how much time to give, he thinks maybe an hour might have passed, but a little bit more so goes on before you all have a moment where Varkesh is surrounded by interested individuals that seem to ask him if he could do other things. They are inquiring if he has the capability to do basically lesser restorations, greater restorations, dispel magics. There's a lot of inquiry to your skills, and quite a few of them
To
are
which there are
hoping you
many.
might be able to employ them. Do you have any spell slots available?
I do, but sadly I cannot use any. I think if I'm remembering the spell correctly.
Oh, with resurrection. Good
Yes.
point. Yep. So you would do
Like
that.
I would love to help. I'm just a little spent.
Do
at the
a
moment.
charisma check for me.
Why would you ask me that?
Because it's not really persuasion or deception. It's more of like, how well can I
12.
make them believe? Okay. Yeah, some of them, will believe you to the point of they just won't, pester you any further. But there's still quite a few of them that are very saddened by the fact that you can't help them right now. And a few of them did call out saying, like, one of my friends is a tree. I need you to help, remove him from being a tree. You see
Yeah, Cody, you missed a lot.
One of my
One of my
friends
friends
is
is
a tree?
a tree.
That's every freaking Tuesday in this place. Like,
It's like
I'm gonna go
every
on a
third
limb here
house.
and say that there's a bit of a crazy story with that.
Okay. Smokey, upon hearing this, will come over and say, well, I might be able to help, but I mean, I have to make sure I'm able to have enough energy to get everyone out of here, unless we're planning to stay longer.
let's go. Oh, I'm in the forge.
All right. So let me Smokey. How many spells do you have?
With those darn flies, I got a 5th, a 7th, and an 8th.
So you could basically do maybe 2 at most.
Pretty much 2, yeah.
All right. If you're willing to, you could. The 2 most prominent requests that you at least would recognize as can't quite leave would probably be. Actually, it would just be the tree. It'd just be the tree.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
The others are, for the most part, from what you can tell, they're just more like inconveniences. Like a person, his hair has changed color, wants it to be removed. Another one maybe perhaps has lost height, and it's a lizard folk, but he looks like a mini lizard folk.
It's adorable.
Oh.
So we'll take care of that. We're gonna take care of the one who possibly will be left behind. So if you want to lead me over to where your friend is.
Oh yeah, they lead you right over to what appears to be just a small tree right in the middle of the road, right next to the main throwaway to the docks. It's just you passed by it a long time. You thought it was just a decorative tree that people had just left there because oh, it looked nice. You know, leave it alone. It's got that really pretty glow in it. You probably thought, they wanted to keep one glowing tree because it looked pretty.
Mm-hmm. No, so he looks very sad at it, and he will try dispel magic at 5th level.
Okay. It works easily enough, and you can see that as the dispel magic does its effect, the form immediately shrinks back down to what you can tell. This one actually is a turtle.
Did he just reverse Oogway, Tim?
Yeah, basically, the peach blossom tree now returns to a turtle. So
Alright, fair enough.
you definitely have a very surprised and confused turtle looking around, unsure, but you can see that the friend who requested this looks to be another gnome, going up to him and giving him a bit of like a explanation and a nod and a thank you as he takes the confused turtle off to the side in order to maybe perhaps explain the past events and how fortunate he was to be able to find someone who could remove the magic.
Help and pack if you guys are planning to go. Okay.
During that point, you would have had what appears to be Grok, along with the rest of what you can tell look to be respective leaders of each race. As they walk up to you, you can see that he seems to be in a bit of a confused but also satisfied state as he looks at you, eventually seeing just 3, because 2 of you are in the forge. No, just 2 actually, because 2 of you in the forge.
The majority has agreed to travel to your keep.
Mm-hmm. So, as far as a head count, what are we looking at?
500 plus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have girlfriends.
How many times can you
Well,
cast?
start walking.
I had an idea. Varkesh, you can't cast spells, can you?
I am spent.
So this could go for. Okay, AJ,
Hmm.
for the teleportation circle, do you imagine it? I mean, in the past we've had it sort of like a portal opens for seconds and you can run through it. Is that going to be consistent?
Yes.
Okay. So Varkesh, remember how we just did a double team of move water?
I mean, that was quite beautiful. I was there.
A quick way to move people is if they got swept up in a tidal wave and got pushed through a teleportation circle.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Go on.
Only problem is if the teleportation circle comes out in the tower with spiraling downward stairs.
Sorry.
Then why would you
So-
suggest such a plan?
Well,
It sounded good at the time.
part A is really solid. Part B,
Part
not so
B
much.
is a bit fucked, right.
Do me a favor. Make an Arcana check, please. As you do try. Yeah, I know Smokey's thinking and thinking. He's trying to,
27.
27. All right. You think with enough effort and tweaking, maybe if you perhaps draw the circle a little extra large, and maybe perhaps to use a little bit more bumping fuel, you could temporarily infuse a circle with a little bit more area. However, upon arrival, you might assume that
Yeah.
the cramping and the packing could be a little problematic.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I'm in the fort?
I mean, I would say, I think it would be safe if we don't do this till tomorrow. I mean, we could try to do it today, but I'm worried people are going to crash out of the window as there's too many bodies. I mean, I think that I could, because I have foams left, so I can try and make it bigger circle, so maybe more people could get through. I can do it twice with really powerful spells.
How many at a time can you move?
What time move? I mean,
How
I
many?
could. Oh, sure. As many as can fit through a let's say 20-foot circle in 6 seconds. I can do that twice today.
All right, so with some simple basic math in a sense, we can definitely take a square radius and say if a person can move 30 feet in a round but can dash up to 60 feet if they get themselves going, you can have it where the persons maybe could, in a radius of 60 feet, filter in a big pileup. So that's 9 squares, multiplying each square then by, 60. So yeah, so
that's almost everyone.
That's almost everyone. But you will see that what they do agree upon as maybe a ways to help you. This particular town is filled with a multitude of different sized creatures, and the large ones are willing to perhaps piggyback or carry some of the smaller ones so that they won't necessarily miss the chance to run through and to kind of save on space.
And put the piggybackers in the front so they can get through quick, and
longer legs,
the pilers in the back.
The only thing that I'm feeling really bad about is that I don't have a way to contact the keep, and Varkesh, you don't have a way to contact the keep at this point, so we're going to be introducing 500 plus more people without any warning to the keep if we do it today.
Speaking of warnings to the keep, can I please get you four, except for Cody, to roll d20s?
Oh God.
Victor had an idea?
We would have had you come out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Poof. Okay. Well, no. I mean, it could be a table question, really. You said you can do teleport twice, right? I mean, if we're saying on one teleport you can almost get everybody, do you just want to send a message and send half and send the other half tomorrow, or what?
With his single spell, he could, especially with it being upcast a little bit, he could just increase the area just a teeny bit. It would allow you to get everyone to go in one coordinated attempt.
So we'd be stuck here, but everyone else could get there.
We could probably go into 4 extra bodies are hardly going to be a breaking point.
But as
then you
said anything. As Smokey is discussing this, he does get a message in your head, ascending from Eldarin. As your elven friend eventually replies and goes, "I hate this messenger job. Your friend Rook has returned. He's arrived at Bylock. Should you wish to rendezvous, please head there when you can."
What's he complaining about? He doesn't even
Where in
pay
Bylock?
rent.
Where in Bylock? It's a big
Got it.
town. Ask him
Got
where.
He's got it. He's got it.
Well, Smokey's just doing this description and he stops in mid-sentence.
Is he spent?
He's
Sending.
like a moment.
Yep. Thank you. We are sending a small village population to the keep. Mixture of unusual races.
What?
Good teamwork capacity. Keep teleportation circle clear.
Thanks, bye.
Till arrival.
Okay, till arrival. All right. So your message had been sent. Oh yeah, I think.
Oh gosh.
That's going to. There's going to be a reply.
Get a response.
Yeah, you're going to get a response.
Rook's back. He's in Bylock.
Where in Bylock?
Didn't say, but the.
Shit. Okay. Well. Okay. That's still good. That's still good.
Oh god! Wait, no! Hold on! Give me an hour, and I guess I'll take my short rest unless I was able to short rest while everyone was doing their thing, and then I'll scry on him.
Seashells.
I mean, collecting seashells. Technically, since you didn't investigate, you were just going on a leisurely stroll. Yeah, I'd count that as a short rest.
Yeah.
It was for an hour with Varkesh having to cast.
I'll scry on him and see if I can.
Scrying on
Holy
Rook.
shit.
Wait, you have a feather.
feather. I have a feather. I'll hold the feather, and I'll scry.
Sure, yeah. Rook, you get a -10 to your wisdom save when this is happening. But just as she takes the 10 minutes to do that, Smokey, you will get one continual message returned to you, just of a.
It still fails.
It's so funny.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Wow.
Okay, so far, everyone that has had to save against me today, number one, they've both been allies. Number two, they've both critted.
Yep. You're messing around with your shit.
Number 3, thankfully, you took that feather, and good thing, someone told you grab that feather.
Thank you, Smokey.
Alright, but you get an exasperated sigh, Smokey, along with a... What? If this isn't a joke, I don't know what to say. I'll do as you ask, and pray that you are pulling my leg.
He's gonna be upset.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
Hey, it's our keep, okay? It's our keep. We can bring who we want there.
Yes, but a small village, by that term, usually he knows that's a lot.
Yeah.
Tough tits.
Calm the fuck down, dude.
Oh my god.
Slow yo roll. Rent free. Yeah, but okay. Approximately 500 people. I suggest ask Edie and Barbie to help organize. My dad, if he's willing. Do you know? Well, by that point, we probably would have seen where Rook was, so I won't use that. Very, 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 very sorry for the short notice.
Okay. So yeah, the reply sent as Valindra is in the middle of doing her scry as she uses the drift globe.
Yes.
All right. Focusing on the drift globe and using the feather to focus and to hone in. Luckily, even though Rook seems to have himself quite on edge to the point that he's been trying to keep alive and in survival mode, quite capable of resisting some of the most nefarious spells and magic effects in the realm that he was in, unfortunately could not resist your powerful spellcasting and your little black feather. So for you, you come in as we have Rook talking to Vlad in a bar. You can see that Victor has now polished off Rook has polished off about maybe 4 plates of food, 3 glasses of wine, I'm assuming, at least, and some water as well. But he does seem to be catching him in the middle of a conversation as he talks to him in a way that going, I have many companions I've traveled with. Daedrin was more of a passing individual. I went and spent maybe about less than a year with him before we went our own ways. He left and stayed in Pylock. I continued with a few other friends of, I think there was a paladin, the bard, very, very funny bard, quite enjoyable. Lots of dirty jokes.
Can I
like
tell-
dirty jokes.
Oh god, I'm learning too much about Vlad. Can I
What do
tell
you
where
see,
they?
Valindra?
Can I tell where they are?
Make an Arcana check to see how well your zoom in affects.
Oh.
There's a
fuck.
bar
I'm not.
in
I'm
Bilac.
not good at these.
Oh, if there's a bar, look for the napkins. They'll have logos.
All right.
Well, dirty jokes
Yeah,
have a way
can
of
I-
lightening any mood, really.
Trying
Oh my
to
God.
slow the speed of your scry, you couldn't stop it. However, you can try to look around as you're listening to Rook.
Yeah, I want to do that.
So make a perception.
But have you
check.
not noticed that we are drinking piss water from the prick? Like, that's a dirty joke in its own right.
Oh god.
It
I
is-
hate these two
it-
together.
It is why I like this place so much. It is a funny pun. But yes,
it's crude, but I love it.
as they are talking about it, and you can eventually see occasionally people moving about, some talking a little bit, enjoying the company, and one person maybe in the distance mentioning the fact that it's like, yeah, it's not that great when it comes to perhaps maybe the beer, but hey, they do a really good sausage here at the Pin and Prick.
I don't want to be in this game anymore.
I'm so happy.
Okay. He's at an inn called the Pin and Prick Inn.
Ooh, okay.
Is it really Rook though?
Yes, I have his feather,
Scrying.
and I
Yeah.
scryed on him.
Can't really fool it.
He is filthy though. It's hilarious. He's gonna be pissed when he gets a mirror, and I want to be there for that.
You said that my uncle's there too?
Yeah, he's there. Apparently, he really likes dirty jokes.
I mean, yes. He's very serious when it comes to serious. Very funny when it comes to not serious.
Did he ever talk about a Daedrin?
My
You've
uncle?
heard the name, Valindra.
Yeah. Did he ever? I'll ask Victor. Did Vlad ever talk about a Daedrin? He traveled with him. I guess he had something to do with getting Rook out.
I mean, my uncle told me stories about some of his travels and things, but I can make a history check. I
Sure.
don't know.
You can make a history check to see if you can recall.
See if uncle ever told me a story about this guy. Right in the middle.
Not really.
It may have come up in like a story here or there, but I don't really remember that much.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Like I don't even
He's-
know, I can't even tell you what maybe he even looks like. I don't think I've ever met them.
He's back though.
That's what matters.
Yeah. So Smokey, you said you can cast teleport twice a day?
I can, yeah. I mean, but
So-
for the people, I'm gonna have to use teleportation circle. But I could teleport us away afterwards. But then we will be leaving entire city population at the keep without us even being there to take any responsibility. So that's a choice we could make.
I could stay here and wait until tomorrow and then port back to the keep directly.
But
Well, it's just I mean, Rook's back.
yeah, I really want to go see Rook.
Yeah. He's been in hell.
This
Yeah,
is true.
seriously. Like these people can wait.
No, I
Well,
mean we can still send them and go, right?
You can. You can
Yeah.
also send a certain other little small creature with them if you wish to do communications across long distances.
Yeah, I can send Octowinnie with them.
Mm-hmm.
isn't he like still out in the water right now? Don't you have to like
Yeah,
do
he's in the
something?
waves because I can't bring him on land because he'll suffocate.
Right.
I can put him in a jar of water though. I'll get like a little vial because he's a little octopus.
He's that little?
Well, like I guess I'll get my water skin.
Octopuses are very, very good at squeezing into very
Oh,
small
they
spaces,
are.
too.
They are.
Yeah.
You still got some
This
volume
wouldn't
to
be
ratio
comfortable,
issue,
and also
though.
water.
Can't you just like poof him back to being a fox or something? Or like does that like
No,
do-
it takes
do something?
time.
Oh.
He's huge.
Well, I mean, we have time, don't we?
Okay.
If you did
I
wish to
mean-
look around, you could find an individual that would have probably a spare barrel that someone could put water in if you wish to have them carry.
Yeah, I'll do that because it's more than just it takes time. It also takes
I mean, I could
a lot
also
of
communicate
incense.
through Beaker. It'd be through writing with his little hands using a quill. But
I'll just send Squiddy.
okay.
Okay, so I'll hand someone the
Sure.
Give it to the gnome.
The gnome doesn't look capable of carrying this.
Why don't you give it to Grok? He's big.
Water's heavy.
Yeah, Grok
I'll
can
give it
carry
to I'll give it to
How
Grok,
big is this
and-
damn squid? It's only like
Well,
little
no, it's a
bit.
barrel.
It's a barrel.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge squid.
You know, a couple.
I mean, the barrel
Well,
is what they
yeah.
have as like a makeshift container that they can
No one
use.
has a bucket?
There's no buckets in this place. What is wrong with this town?
The bucket might
Everyone's
the
sad.
bucket might be just a little too small. Just a little too small.
Everyone's sad. The
Bucket,
town's
no
not
bucket. All
warm.
right.
Muck in the bucket.
But yeah, but
So
as,
I'll give it. I'll
Holy
give it to Grok, and I'll just tell him. Could you just give this to Eldrin, and then I'll tell Squiddy. Okay, now you let me know whenever you see Eldrin, okay? And then I'll talk to him if he looks angry, but maybe let him cool down a little first.
he looks at the rest of you.
She's quite weird.
Yeah.
I will just shake my
Yep.
head to that.
He's
Okay.
just drawing the patterns
You
now.
can see now that during this time, pretty much the entire village has assembled. It didn't take them much time at all. Many of them just packed what looks to be just crude possessions on their backs, which looks to be maybe small little things that they've acquired, but many of them don't really have anything that they care about. Most of these things are driftwood wreck. Like I said, it's the Swiss Family Robinson. This is just crude upon crude.
Oh, you're gonna
Survival.
love it where we're gonna send you. Lots of land. Build
So,
your own
are-
houses.
Are we doing this today? Are we doing this right now?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
send
we're sending
them,
him back.
and then we're
Go
going
ahead,
to
Tim.
Bylot to get Brooke.
All right, Smokey,
Oh,
this is your time to shine. You need to tell everyone the protocols. You need to tell them their formations. You need to tell them exactly what's happening. I will start to push him towards the village of people.
Tell them to put
Time
the
to
right
shine.
foot
You are-
in,
you
take
are
the
in
right
charge.
foot out.
Here, can I instruct the masses while Smokey starts drawing his
Oh
circle?
yes, with you guys coordinating with enough effort, and since you technically don't need to go into the teleportation circle yourselves, since Smokey says he's going to save a teleport, it's very easy for you to organize. Have the small goblins, gnomes, and other small races gather up and be carried by the larger lizard folk, bugbears, furbolgs, and all the rest. As the Minotaurs too. Each one getting ready and assembling in what looks to be like a different kind of segmented pie shape grouping. But as you get ready and you cast the circle, Smokey, how do you wish to get out of the way?
I mean, I imagine that. So a lot of them can they start standing on the circle, or will that disturb the chalk and etc.?
They can start standing on the circle.
So I imagine Smokey's just standing on the far side, away from the line, and so therefore, even when the teleportation circle activates, they'll walk towards him, but no one will even come because they will disappear into the circle.
Okay. They're doing a full 360 surrounding.
Oh, are they?
Yes. That's how you can
How is
only
that
get them.
gonna work?
That's what I'm asking you. How you
Okay,
want to do? Are you gonna duck and cover? You're gonna try to weave, bob and weave? What do you want to do?
I mean,
Okay.
Why?
I
Why?
can. Here, I
well,
can.
Valindra can, if she's rested, she can dimension door me out
Yeah,
of the
that's-
way after I do the last thing.
All right, Belinda, are you
That's
gonna
what
do
I
that?
was gonna recommend.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. So I'll go stand next to him and I'll prepare, counters.
Nope.
Dimension
Nope.
door. I'll prepare.
I will cast
Oh.
ruin it.
I
I'll
cast the teleportation circle.
I'll prepare dimension door, to cast it as soon as Smokey draws the last line.
Sure. Once you see the familiar flare of arcane energy activated when he completes the circle, disappears, allowing them to all immediately fill in the space and start to pour in to try and move. With instruction, of course, telling them how to head down the stairs to make room to keep going, and don't stop. There's going to be a bit of a pileup back there, but eventually they'll get around to it, you think.
Mhm.
But in their big chaotic mess, they all move to the point that they rush, each one piling in. Luckily for you, it's not 500 people. It's technically more like about 200 or so, with many of them piling 2 underneath each arm or one on their shoulders. They're doing this version of like carrying extra babies as they...
We have a turtle doing like Euro the Turtle with all of them stacked up on top of each other.
Oh my god. Yes.
A little bit. But
Yeah.
luckily for you, you're able to see them off as the last one just kind of goes in with a bit of a... and lastly finally ends in the circle. But,
Hey.
oh my god, well, that was an ordeal, and you are lucky that they got through. And
How did that even work? Like, that is...
I'm choosing not to think about it.
Yeah, it's out of our hands now. No, you know what? You're right. It is poofed miles away. It is the Keep's problem now. Hopefully they are doing things.
Can I check and see if anyone dropped anything while they were running through?
no, nothing really. I mean,
Cool.
it's
Okay.
if anyone dropped anything, maybe they dropped like a wooden spoon that's splintered and broken.
I'll
Yeah.
keep the wooden spoon.
Take their spoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. With the wealthy.
Have you not heard of spoon theory? You gotta make sure you gotta have enough spoons to make it through the day.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
You do find yourselves now alone in a deserted village.
Okay, Varkesh, can you pull out the napkin for the golden lily and Bylock?
Ah, right. Right.
Valindra did tell you that they are at a different inn if you wish to try and teleport there.
Without any sort of guide?
I think we should just walk to the pit and pray.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find it.
I don't think I have a napkin
Oh,
for that.
is Sippy still there? No, she's not.
Totally.
She left
That's
by
the
now.
twins. We totally got napkins from the twins. Remember that you got attacked and they gave you everything you wanted by Eldarin?
This is true. I'm
I
gonna
don't-
check my loincloth for the napkin that could possibly be from that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, make an intelligence check to see if you find the right napkin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do
God.
that. Until I jump.
Can I assist him?
20!
Varkesh
Shit, this is
immediately-
the one!
He pulls out the one that has a specific stain on it that you are not sure what
Beg your
exactly it is, but Varkesh recognizes this was the one that he used at the Golden Lily and Bylock.
We really
Rakesh
need to
knows
start
his
labeling
hoard.
these.
He does.
I know everything.
He does. He knows every little stitch that moves out of. Yeah, he knows it all. Yeah, he hands you a
Okay.
napkin.
And I hand you apparently a stained napkin, which I'm not going to dive any more questions or. There we go.
Most napkins get used when you eat.
Well, he also
This is
sorted his
true.
loincloth, which is a bit concerning.
That's why I was
Oh,
like,
no.
Okay, Smokey's just taking like his claws just as far away from him as he can. Yes, Victor.
I need to do something real quick before we leave.
Oh my god.
Okay.
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 What?
You have enough seashells.
On the beach, is there any large rocks anywhere around here? Like,
Define large.
I mean, just I can't use sand for what I want to do. I need a rock. I need some sort of rock,
Well, there are plenty of rocks along the beach. Yes.
like decent bouldery size rocks. I'm going to use stone shape on my earth ring,
Uh huh.
and it says you can make an object medium, blah 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 blah
Yes.
blah, suit your purpose, weapon, idol, coffer, blah 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 blah, yada yada. So it has to be 5 feet thick. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so in this little space with this rock, I want to make like almost like a town sign, you know, like a sign when you go into a
Sure.
town. And I'm gonna like make it so that there's like a blank space because we don't, you know, okay. And then underneath of that, like ownership of the Promise Keepers. That's it. There was a blank line, and then owned by the Promise Keepers.
Okay. There is what appears to be a suitable rock, not only in shape and size, but also in placement pretty close to the village to allow it to easily be recognized as representing this location. As you bring your hand towards it and the ring begins to glow, you press it on it, and as you begin to move it across, a larger, almost push and drag cuts into the stone, and as it begins to leave a blank space above for eventually something to fill in, you can see at the bottom it does say ownership of the Promise Keepers.
Beautiful. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. This town is ours now. Okay. I want to come back here someday and fix this place up. And it needs a new name because Mournfur is kind of depressing. So I feel like now that we have team name and we have direction and purpose, now we need to work on another name for something different.
God damn it.
Chipper Fuzz?
Okay. Okay.
Chipper
Now
Fuzz.
we're talking.
Well,
I
I-
might be able to etch that into this. I love the blank space. See the blank space, you guys? Right here?
Maybe we think on it for a while.
Oh, real quick retcon. Can I put city of above the blank line just so that, like, you know, like on the stone? City of.
City of blank.
Sure. City
Blank-
of
the blank
insert name. Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
All right.
because Valindra, you're always talking about you want to go on vacations and things. This is a great place. It's beach, you know, it's very nice.
Yes.
So
We do have a bakery that's ready.
We have a bakery. Thank you, Smokey. Thank you. Yep, we have a bakery here, you know.
now that a couple hours have passed after you doing all this thing, can I please get Rook, Victor, Valindra, and Smokey to roll d20s.
Oh God, we have to get a 28 or above.
Is it a spell? Holy shit!
Wow.
Okay. I do have plus
And
7 to my wisdom.
Valindra keeps true to form.
It is not a save. This is a determination of who gets picked.
Oh, neat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Hiya!
Yeah. All right, Smokey, can I please get a wisdom save?
Okay, is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Okay, I get advantage. And
Aha. It's a
Uh-huh.
good thing I didn't get picked because I saw.
24.
So, Smokey, you're going about. You're discussing. Nothing to worry about for the moment. You all begin to gather up and reassemble if you had any last business. As you see Victor walking away from a nicely, partially completed sign to maybe perhaps lay some land ownership to this location. You feel maybe just a little bit on edge, just a little kind of, you're not quite sure, but as everyone starts to gather up, you hear what appears to be the sound of thunder, like a cracking bolt in the middle of the sky, and you just kind of turn a little bit, and you can see just what appears to be materializing a large blue dragon that just emerges in the sky.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh
What?
fuck! Go! 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 Go!
Oh, Jesus, he isn't here.
I
is
didn't
he?
do that!
I didn't do it. What are we doing?
Can I get you
What's
all to roll
happening?
initiative real quick to see
Oh
who's going first?
no!
Okay!
Are you fucking kidding me? Shit.
That 24.
Should have rolled higher.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ! How many hit points did I have?
Not that much.
2.
I mean, we had a short rest.
All
so we
right.
could have done hit die.
They rolled a nat 1 on their initiative.
Oh good. Do we
Well-
recognize the blue dragon?
Oh, yes, you do. That looks to
Who is
be
it?
one of the king of dragons, a sire to the one that stands next to you.
Who's stepping?
Oh, so it's Varkish
Uncle
is dead.
or well, yeah,
This is
uncle.
dead.
We've
Oh,
seen
fuck.
Dad. We don't know what Uncle looks like, so yeah.
Well, no,
they
we
could
saw
look
him.
pretty similar, and for the most part,
Yeah.
you guys might not necessarily know exactly the differences between a couple dragons here and there, but that one looks pretty
That's
close to
racist.
Varkesh's
It's a big
father.
What
Blue.
is happening right
I don't want
An
to be
ancient
here
blue
anymore.
dragon has appeared in
Yep.
the sky, cracking like
Oh.
thunder, as if
Guys!
emerging from a teleportation that seems to now be hurtling towards you all in a massive dive to try and reach you before you realized of their arrival and hopefully get you. But sadly, with that one, they did not get to go in first.
I can't cast
Thank
any
God.
spells.
Oh, that
AJ, do
sucks.
you know how much? Because for some reason,
Oh, that
whenever I
sucks.
change it,
Oh, that sucks.
whenever I change my hit points, like on my token, it doesn't change them in my sheet.
Sure, I can tell you what your hit points were, but I don't know if it's going to be an issue
Thank
because
you.
technically they rolled a 1, so...
I know, but just in case we fuck up,
Blues
real
aren't
bad.
fast.
Yeah, alright, so I mean, Smokey, are you casting anything?
Yeah, I'm casting as soon as everyone goes ahead of me,
They
which
do?
is kind of
They all do.
nice.
Yeah, we
So-
gather around Smokey.
Yeah, if everyone's within 10 feet of me, I cast teleport to the golden lily in Bylock.
Okay, sure. If you cast it and the Golden Lily and Bylock, each of you, as you run, the shadow begins to loom and you hear that sound of lightning energy beginning to build up, and you can feel, especially you, Smokey, your hair standing on edge, and a cracking bolt begins to come from the sky, and just as you wink out of existence, a very last minute electric energy blasts the ground where you were at, as you feel that sucking sensation and eventually emerge in front of what appears to be the Golden Lily in the bustling streets of Bylock, with onlookers in surprise looking at you all at your arrival. And that's
Oh,
where
shit.
we're going to take a break, as we will come back as you guys have arrived back at Bylock.
Just running the whole time. Smoky, smoky, smoky! Oh my god!
Hope you're fighting fit, Rook, because we ain't.
We shall be back shortly, everybody. Stick around and see how well they'll fare.
Oh.
back. So, thanks for sticking around, guys. We have returned to the scene of the party members teleporting and arriving suddenly in the middle of Bylock, out front of the Golden Lily Inn. Woo! A little heart-pounding moment, but you're still in one piece.
We need to find Rook.
Just as we're gonna go find Rook, while we're running, can Varkesh maybe ascertain if what that big fucking blue thing was looked a lot like the one that actually was his daddy?
Oh, it absolutely looked like your father.
Okay, yeah, but you said earlier on a kind of a racist thing that they all look alike, so...
I said that for most of these people here who've never really
Probably
seen
not for
many
you.
blue dragons, they would assume they all look the same. To you, you can recognize some of the features. And since you've all technically only seen one dragon his size, he's the only one you're able to really like.
We just saw a big,
Assume.
large blue threat coming at us. So
I'm
Yeah, that
clung
was
to-
definitely my dad.
I am. Victor has clung to Smokey's leg, by the way.
Yeah.
He's like
I
claws
jumped
in.
and clung.
Yeah, Smokey's just gonna look around at someone. Is there a guard? Is there
So,
people on the street?
what was that?
He's still casting.
That's what. No, I just saw Kayla just got batted.
yeah, he just fucking hit me in the face
Yeah.
for no reason. Now he's biting me. Go away.
Catch.
Dude, we're looking for the pin and prick. Does anyone can point us in the right direction?
Sure, you can make an investigation check with advantage as you ask.
I mean, the
Hey,
bird point you in the right direction.
advantage, investigation. Don't F me. Roll 20. 22.
All right, yeah. One person here goes, the pin and prick. Yeah, she's right down there. Just go down maybe 2 blocks, take a left, and you'll find it right there.
Hey, go!
As you pick up the accent. All right, you book it as you move as quick as you can. Valindra, of course, trying to keep pace with the rest of you. Victor, I'm assuming either you're running or you're just clinging.
I'll cling for the first part.
Okay.
Victor, go warn Rook. We may have a dragon.
Oh, okay.
You're faster.
Another one.
I thought we just got away from dragon. What do you mean we might have dragon?
If this thing can teleport once, it may be able to teleport again.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, I will take off.
Okay. As you go and run in the direction, hopefully to rendezvous. Rook, you are just having a pleasant conversation with the lad for the most part, and one of the things you begin to notice as you're just enjoying the meal, there are markings around this entire establishment, and you begin to pick up on them as thieves can't. And they almost look like signposts. One of them says back entrance. Another one says look outpost. One that is the most intriguing to you says, guild entrance. Ask for suite.
Is it
Okay.
spelled like SWEET? Yes, okay.
Like a room.
Like I want some sweet.
Ask for the suite. If you wish to have a room, ask for the suite.
Okay.
But yes, as you are looking and just kind of taking note of that, going, you hear a door behind you just kind of barge open. As you look and you see nothing, but then you look down and you see a tiny little Victor with eyes just kind of
Rook! I will
manic.
run over to Rook.
As you
Punch
get
me,
like a
guys.
Victor, boom. Just
Victor.
Vlad, Victor, I'm Victor,
whoa,
you're
whoa,
Vlad.
whoa, whoa,
Rook!
whoa, whoa, hold it. And you see Vlad is trying to help, maybe pry the cat away. Ooh, take breath. You got your fist. Were you in the
Okay.
neighborhood?
Okay, first of all, great to see you guys. Great reunion. First of all, might have problem. There may be a blue dragon coming. Just throwing it
As
out
a
there.
large blue dragon comes to the door.
What?
It's Varkesh. It's
Yes, I'm here!
Varkesh.
Ah, shit!
It's Varkesh.
Nice.
No,
Alone.
attack him! No, never mind. Fucking. Rook, it's
I
good to see you.
just got out of the hells. Can I not have one day to relax?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, you missed the beach episode.
Evidently.
Born to suffer.
What is this about a dragon? Do I need to
so
sword?
sad.
Varkesh's dad just tracked us down where we were, but we teleported here, so he may be able to find us again. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's very
What's-
pissed.
I feel like if he's going to find us, it'll be very evident by the screams of terror and loud sounds of buildings being destroyed.
Why would you say that?
Because it's what would happen.
Okay, that's a good
And
point.
Q screams.
just poking my head out the door, waiting for
Do we
it
hear
to
any
start.
screaming?
Can I just keep an eye on the sky? Because before it had like there were thunderclouds, right? Like a split.
It was
second
more
before.
like the arrival was brought on with an additional bit of
Okay.
thunder, and it's just like the air pressure of something which caused someone to look up and go, "That felt different."
Okay.
Uncle, I'm so glad you found Rook. You found our friend. Is everyone okay? Everyone's all right? You're
Well,
good?
the Rook, he's good. He ate, he drank, he's got all his limbs.
Yeah. How was hell?
Did you bring me back anything?
Okay, that's actually a fair point. Did you like bring us back anything cool, or? I mean,
Okay, I
you
feel
were.
like souvenirs were the least of his worries.
I mean, I found you
I mean-
this. I pull up the shell. I pull up a seashell. Look, I brought you this from the beach.
Sure. It's a little white shell, like the pilgrim's shell.
Thank you, Victor.
I just know you couldn't
Uh,
go to the beach. You couldn't go
Perhaps
to
it would be best if we talk in private. You all seem a little on the edge, and a lot of people are looking at us right now.
Yeah, we're kind. it's
Seems we
just-
did just shout about dragon.
Yeah, we might have a blue dragon on our tail.
Let's discuss that a little bit outside. Do you have a room available? Keep. He kind of nods. Yeah. 5 silver for one. 1 gold for.
I
the suite.
yeet 2 gold coins at him and go, okay, let's go.
Yeet!
All right.
Just like-
wait, is that the suite then?
I don't care a bloody broom closet at this point.
It just watches you go at that point.
We'll just take the suite, thank you. What room is it?
Ground floor, that way down there, biggest door. 2 of them.
Okay. We'll go to the suite.
All right,
I
Varkash.
just literally
you're
line
kind of.
back a charge, pick them all up, and just start
Oh,
running.
Varkash, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Don't make me do.
It's a narrow hallway, and you didn't brace. Yeah. So as he's just like picking up, I got this. Actually, well, I mean, like if one person's on their head, Smokey gets like a head to the side of the
Just
the
like
pillar.
knocking everyone
Belinda
around.
gets like a bit of a nick out to the
Fit
hip
through.
bone. To
Sorry,
the,
sorry.
it's just kind of like.
Okay.
I can't put it down.
We
No,
can
through the
walk.
windows to the walls.
No.
We can walk. We can walk. Oh, we can walk.
Eventually, with a bit
Just,
of
like, breaking everything.
you do reach the end of the door of the corridor and see the 2 pairs of doors.
And once we're past everyone else, just turn to Valendra and say, congratulations, you found the entrance to the guild.
Wait. This is in a tavern?
Doors open with Varkash.
Do I see a guild?
I just yeet everyone inside.
Well, inside, if you look around, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh.
But yeah, Varkash, you
Ew.
shut the door and close it behind you, just going, okay.
25.
Oh, 5. Okay, Rook, I know that you might be a little bit exhausted from being in the house, but this is not a guild. This is a hotel room. Very nice hotel room.
I rolled a 25. Do I find anything?
Yes. Looking around, it's not too hard for you, especially to be able to spot. There's another passage of Thieves' Cant. As you can see the word entrance written. Following it, you can see it leads to what appears to be the fireplace. The large, simple but clean stone mantle looks to be very plain and ordinary for the most part. However, when you do look at it for a brief period, you can see that there is one tiny little decoration that looks loose, and if you maybe twist it a bit, you might activate something.
I just walk over, twist, saying nothing to Valendra at that point.
Okay, as he twists, you then see Rook.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, we lost Rook again.
He's going to hell again. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Uncle, save him.
Is Vlad with us? I was wondering that.
Maybe perhaps if we he tries to do the same thing and he turns another one and then
No!
Oh god, Vlad's gone too.
Rook is black.
Oh no.
Rook is
Okay,
back.
come on. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, we traded Vlad for Rook. I feel good.
No, it is
Wow,
a
okay,
hidden
that's my
passageway.
uncle.
You see this
He was
decoration
fun.
right here? If you twist it, this whole thing spins and you get pushed behind
Rook
to
once
the
more.
actual...
Vlad just, I twisted it again. It looks like it works. Where's Rook?
He's on the okay. Hold,
Oh,
hold
see
on.
this thing
Everyone
break
aboard!
away
All
from
aboard!
the
All aboard!
door.
Oh, great, good. See?
It looks like it only can fit maybe one person at a time.
Ugh.
Oh,
I stepped away
let's
from
go.
this spinning door, but on the
Great,
other side.
who's next?
No way.
I'll go and Smokey will go and twist the knickknack.
All right, as Smokey twists to the other side.
Hops off.
I was really expecting it to say "just kidding" in the room instead of like guild hall entrance. Just kidding.
JK, gotcha. I guess I'll
Gold
go next.
entrance.
I'll go.
All right, Valindra arriving at the other side.
I just push the wall open. Just walk through.
It's on a rotating axis, so yeah, but you get the sense that it's pretty firm. But do you want to break the mechanism?
No, I'm not going
Oh,
to break
please
it. I'm
don't.
going to
Okay.
push while twisting.
Oh, push while twisting.
Pushing
okay.
the door open.
All right, Varkesh, make another dex save.
I'm just going to fucking walk through a wall.
I know, make another dex save for me, Varkesh.
Oh, bollocks. All right.
Yeah, without clearly thinking to bend down and get into that little tight space. As the door spins, you're like, aha! Oh! As you get a knock onto the head as you arrive at the other side.
That makes me so happy.
Doing okay, Best Blue.
I hate small houses.
And Vlad comes through.
Try.
Can I just walk through the wall?
Yeah, yes you can actually, because it is stone.
Sweet.
Chimney.
I will
Well,
do that.
because you can only have one ring active at a time, so do
Why
you
do
have the?
You just twist the knob.
I assumed he actually only had so many slots to use, but since he's not full, he can technically have both active. I thought he had all
Oh,
three
okay,
active.
cool.
I thought he was a full, and he had to pick which one he wanted at a time or lose something. My mistake.
And by the way,
Thanks for
this,
trying to make me not cool, Kayla. That's cool. though.
I'm just trying to be fair.
the Ewenstone has Revivify in it, right?
I assume,
Yeah.
unless you cast
Okay.
it recently.
I haven't refilled it in a long time.
Kyle, do you know?
What?
I
If
thought
a-
last time he used
Is there a
it, he had asked
Revivify
for it
in the
to.
stone at the moment?
That was the ring.
That may be important.
There is.
Or was it? Okay.
Because I asked him to fill it up before we went.
Before you were teleported by the Silver Dragon.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I had him fill it up before we even left for that place.
All right.
Cool. Okay.
So, yeah. And instead of twisting, Victor just moves through it. Arriving at the other side, each of you would have seen, as you appeared at the other end, a longer tunnel that seems to go straight and then down. You notice that there are what appears to be candles that are lit, and from what you can tell, they look to be smokeless, generate no heat, and the flame seems to be constant and doesn't wish to go out.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just pause for a second.
I have balls.
I don't have paws.
You have two.
I have claws.
Well, wait, I
Kind of
do.
like wave a foot about.
Never mind.
I mean, are
Let's
they
just
foot
march
paws?
mindlessly to our deaths.
I guess so.
I mean,
Oh, you,
No,
you, want the hold for, you want the hold for a moment. Okay, what do you want the hold for?
So about that, one of the men that rescued me is the proprietor of this guild, and
Wait,
an
what?
old friend of Vlad's. If I'm guessing correctly, anyway, he may not actually own it, but anyway, he was one of the founders.
Wait, isn't this your guild?
No,
I'm gonna poke
Wait, where are
Rook.
we?
You were
my
in the dark
luck.
corridor.
My family was in Trilac.
Yeah, but oh, that's right. Okay, so we were told to go. Okay, sorry, it's just a lot has happened today with the whole blue dragon and the water elemental. And okay,
We're,
so
really glad, we're so glad to see you. You know, we're just
yeah,
trying to piece it all
wel-
together.
welcome back.
Are you a devil
Well-
now?
Good question.
I was part devil to begin with, but no, not any
Okay,
more so
you're
than I
not-
was before. I'm mostly just horrifically acid burns, not as hungry or thirsty anymore, but very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you do look a state, I will say.
I really
can
kind of
I-
want to hear how your adventure was. Like, what happened all while you were down there? You know.
I found signs that everybody I ever knew and loved have been gathered up, chained together, and tortured for as long as they've been there.
Oh, that's nice.
How was what? How was it possible?
when you're dropped in the midst of a ring of hell, you're a bit wanting for anybody that wants good things for you.
I mean, I agree with Rook there entirely. That was a dumb question, Victor.
Wait, you said your people? Like, as in what? The whole, how did your people get there?
Everybody that you saw outside, that's not everybody that was there. The people that were rescued by Angel are very fortuitous. Everybody else, anybody missing from that, anybody that's still in the city, are now in hell. The
I
hells,
mean-
I should say.
So they
guess-
were just transported then.
Yes.
Wait, time out. Do we all know that the city was transported there, or just Rook?
Rook,
everybody
Rook
does.
would know, but eventually, if Rook chose to share it, he would tell you that
Yeah.
he's took.
I'm just
place,
saying,
took
you haven't told us
shelter.
that yet,
Yeah.
man. That's why I'm just
I
asking.
know. I know.
That's what I just told you.
But wait, we thought we were pretty sure that Draken did that. Why would Draken send people to hell?
I apologize. I am a bit still coming out of this. Trilock was not destroyed. It was teleported.
Oh,
Right? It makes sense of
Okay.
the missing buildings.
to
okay.
The third ring of the 9 hells.
The third ring. Okay. There's more than one. All
9
right.
in total.
Would I have any knowledge or hypothesis or theories or anything helpful to say about Smokey's question of why would Draken send people to the 9 hells?
Make an Arcana check.
my gosh,
Anything
Luke,
but
that's,
that.
That's terrible. I mean, it's kind of good news though too, right? Because we didn't know where the whole city was teleported to in the first place, and now we know. So that's oddly good news, right?
To a point.
And
I
you're
mean,
saying
they're
the whole
somewhat
was-
alive, I suppose. Maybe.
The only thing you maybe can guess at Valindra is hard to know, but the one thing you do know about some magic, they're usually, especially like with Varkesh, when a large spell of some kind of magnitude that seems to pull or shift things, creatures, souls even, especially when Varkesh brings things back to life, there is a cost. Diamonds are usually what he requires in order to be able to sacrifice, to pay a toll, as it were. Maybe, perhaps, the closest thing you can associate this is as a toll. That's your best guess.
Wait, what? So it was just a price to pay, sending them to.
It looked like almost as if, in order to bring Draken back,
Draken
something of
wasn't
that
back
great
yet.
power, it might require a large amount to activate.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I think villagers having a stroke.
So I think. Ah, shit. Okay, so I think it was kind of like a law of equivalent exchange kind of thing. They had to bring him here, and they had to send something of equal or greater value there, which was an entire fucking city.
Was Draken in hell?
Maybe he got banished somewhere. We never really found out where. It's Did you see any kind of evidence as Draken being there, Rook?
Anything that would have been there would have been brought back with him, I would assume. Although I
Okay.
admit I've really spent most of my time just trying to find anybody who's still alive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unders-
Okay, that's
understandable.
fair. All right. So, but
Yeah.
how do you know that the people were enslaved? Like, did you actually see anyone, or were there dead people lying around? I know that's a very terrible question to ask, but I'm just trying to piece this together because we weren't there.
A lot of people are forced along a similar path. They leave scuff marks, footsteps, ruts in the ground.
All right.
And
That's good. That's another good thing, right? You found the city with people that could still be alive. Maybe.
Victor, they're imprisoned. At best.
Which is a word one doesn't often hear in hell.
Do you know any of the people, or do all the people that you know make it out before the bamfing of the whole city?
I likely know many that are still there. I grew up there.
I mean,
So
close family and friends, or
Well, his clan and Angel's clan were able to make it out thanks to Bath Bear, Rex, and Angel apparently being in the right place at the right time. But most of the citizens were taken away.
Hmm. Okay. So Valindra brings up good point from before, where she said there was never really discussed where Draken was bamfed out to in first place. Yes, we never found that out. So, I mean, are we going along the path that if he was banished there, the town was exchanged for him? Like that's a pretty big ante there. Or is there like he's not the ruler? Does someone rule hell or something? Like you said, there's 9 layers. Is there like rulers for each of them, or like one big one?
Well,
Like,
there's
did he
one
make a
big one.
deal? Did he make a deal for a whole city to be released or something? I mean, that's
Well,
I
wasn't
mean, I
he
know the answer to the ruler's
already-
question, but I don't know if Rook would.
Wasn't he already
throw
out?
out ideas here. Throw
And then
out
it
ideas.
happened afterwards.
In this hallway of a guild
Listen,
hall that we're standing
I'm
in.
sorry. What, Scott?
Well, he was already out, and then we had to deal with a load of things, and then Trilak was.
I don't think
Oh.
he was out until Trilak. We didn't see any evidence beyond
At
like
least
just communication through Valindra's mind or
There
that
were
sort of thing.
pieces and
was-
fragments of him here in the material plane, but he himself had not materialized until Trilak was removed.
Okay,
My
which
friends,
brings...
not to rain on the parade, as it were, but if I were to maintain a sizable guild under a very active city, I would probably have somebody watching the entrance.
Yeah, we
So
are.
perhaps
standing
if there's
in the
anything
hallway.
sensitive, we should probably save for later.
Sure.
I
Good
I have
point.
a question for AJ real quick. So I've tried to scry on Rook's parents before, and I feel like one of them just auto failed. Was that his mom,
Both.
or did they both auto fail, or?
I think they both failed.
Okay, so they might.
Well, we know
Rook's
they're with
parents.
Varkesh's dad.
Well, we haven't seen them with Varkesh's dad since
That's the last time we saw them.
Well, I
And-
saw them and then I relayed it.
Trilak disappeared after we saw them with.
Correct.
Yeah, we have multiple
So
villains
they-
in this campaign.
Varkesh
They-
saw them recently in the underground fortress that was in the woods,
Mhm.
which you.
Okay, so Rook's parents are not in hell, is what I'm trying to clarify.
Possibly not.
Not unless they're dead.
He says that out loud in front of
How
Rook.
cheery! Thank you.
Would I?
Up to the god's voice, yes.
Would I? Another quick question for AJ before we start making our way down this tunnel of doom. Would I know what happens to Draken after he dies in this plane? Does he get shunted somewhere else? Are they gonna have to sacrifice another city
You know
in
that
order to?
you do know that from the history books it mentioned that people had sworn they had vanquished him or had depleted him or erased him in some way, like he disintegrated or disappeared, but he always returned within like a period of a few days or a week.
Okay.
And that's why he was so threatening, is that no one seemed to be able to kill him.
Okay, into death tunnel. All right, here we go.
Okay. The tunnel itself does not feel ominous, it's just dark in a way, but the light sources do provide enough for you to see as you head down this square corridor. Varkesh, surprisingly, it is tall enough once you're in here for you to stand at full height.
I am incredibly happy.
Now, as you begin
Was
to
it,
walk, you...
Was it Raul or Daedrin
Okay.
who offered his assistance?
Adrian.
Raul was the one who turned and spoke to you and said, "Come and visit him anytime."
Okay.
And Daedrin was the one who handed you a note in Thieves' Cant.
Are they both?
I don't know that I've read that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and read that.
Alright, so that note was just, it was very simple. It just basically had the,
1 cup sugar, 2 cups of flour, 3
The
cord.
best cupcake recipe.
alright, it would have, hold on. Did I put it in the note or did I just write it down?
What does this hallway look like again? It's just long, dark, black, and there's a fire at the end.
Ever burning
Oh,
candles.
yeah. Okay, so here you go. So, the note would say, find the entrance in the pin and prick to the cloaked court.
To the cloaked core?
Court. To the
Court.
cloaked court.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
So do I. This is neat.
that's a cool name.
I choose to opt out.
AJ, how do you come up with these?
Yeah,
cool
you can deal with your dad.
names?
He isn't going to kill me, so
Ah. Oh, I needed that laugh. Okay.
But if you wish to head down the corridor, you can. Now,
Yep, I'll take the lead on the way.
sure, taking the lead, and I know you are going to be looking around as you do. Nothing would come out as trapped or anything for you to feel any sense of danger for your party up ahead. The corridor continues down in a square-like cut. You can see that it leads maybe about 60 or so feet before you can see that it does turn slightly and then begin to make a U shape and descend down at that point. So it kind of makes a quick, sharp turn and down. As
One
you...
thing before we start heading down, I
Okay.
do want to wave Smokey up to me. Just kind of whisper to him, Smokey. I do know that the proprietor of the guild we are heading down into is a powerful magic user. I'd like you to stay near me and keep an eye out for anything that I may not see.
I'm already in the process of casting Detect Magic.
Excellent.
Do you wish to wait for him, or do you wish to let him continue as you walk?
I'll wait for him.
Alright. If the party waits for him for a moment, Vlad is just kind of looking at you all and asking, so, how did it go? Good.
How did
Very
what
nice.
go?
Oh, they were all getting allies in Assia. A very tricky place.
was
Honestly, it was kind of crazy. Like every time you cast a spell, like one time Belindra was speaking in bubbles, and then another time, like what else happened, you guys? Like, didn't the ground try to eat us or something? Or like
Grass grew up.
Grass.
Yeah.
Yep, grass. Yep, that happened too.
As you reminisce a little bit, as Smokey finishes his mumblings, he does eventually succeed and cast Detect Magic. Immediately around you, there is Abjuration and Evocation.
Oh, friend. Can
Comes the
I?
wall.
Should I be concerned?
Can I investigate to see if it is my favorite spell?
Yes, you're familiar with it. It does seem to be Private Sanctum.
Ah,
Oh, thank God.
your friend has good taste, Rook. This place is sanctumed.
Call him my rescuer for now. I don't know where he stands.
Luckily,
He is the person who is keeping us safe from a blue dragon.
luckily you reached the hidden passage before too long, because the inn is not sanctumed. So,
Boy.
Oh, Jesus.
as you continue down this path, you feel that maybe you descend what could probably be anywhere from 60 to 100 feet. It's quite a steep set of stairs, but as you begin to go down, the architecture begins to change, almost a slow shift where little elements just lightly get applied to the side and then eventually turn into a more glorified sculpting of the corridor. Instead of it being just like a crude brick walling with just a plain stone floor, you now see what appears to be pillars, stone works that almost look like tapestries, but they're still made of rock, and they've been carved in a way to look intricate and detailed, as now the sconces or other different candle holders change to be a bit more intriguing. Some of them look to be little glass balls now instead, as they set off what looks to be a dim but constant light. Pale blues and purples, oranges, of the like, just this little myriad of color that just is enough to illuminate it in a very intriguing way, artistically almost. It's somewhat how you would call someone who definitely has a good sense of imagination, artistry, and fashion. There's a great deal of filmography, almost in a way, with different lighting, backlighting. You can get this crazy effect. As Varkesh walks, he maybe might have like a cast of gold light on one with a highlight of blue light underneath him that seems to kind of shimmer across the scales. For you yourself, it almost seems to catch your eyes, and they seem to glimmer and sparkle. This effect almost makes it seem surreal and put out almost like a theater or a play. Everything.
So what you're saying is Daedrin has at least a master's in interior design.
Or someone. Or someone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you can tell that there's some very fashionable folk down here. As you arrive to what appears to be at the very end, a set of pillars with the drapings around, you can see at the center there is a crest. At the crest is a large lion head looking down with almost more human-like features that seem to be a bit more welcoming, somewhat intimidating, but still charismatic in a way to kind of be, alright, I acknowledge power, but courtesy, manners. And you can see that beneath it there is a very interesting scrawling of decorative design and fabric, and it just seems to look intriguing to most of you, but to Rook, the folds and the secret little ways that they've been bent around, you can see that it has been made in a way to spell out in Thieves' Cant in a more stylized way, but you can recognize it. It says, the Cloaked Court. As you walk through this archway, you begin to feel the air change to a more warm sensation. There's a flavor in the air, a bit of spice and allure, fragrance and perfume. You can hear some of the sounds of subtle footfalls moving across the floors. You can recognize that maybe most of these might be for people who prefer not to be heard. And you can see that as you enter in here, you turn to what appears to be a larger, almost vault-like ceiling, very Gothic in style as it splays out and does what looks to be carved stonework to resemble different elements, trees, branches that have been moved across, pieces of what you could tell maybe might be forest creatures, squirrels and birds, carved in, very realistic-like, up in the distance, with what looks almost like small twinkling lights that have been placed behind them to look like starlight. The entire interior almost has that feel of, if anyone had ever been to the Fae, like a twilight or an evening forest that never leaves the dark. And you can see that there are many people, all cloaked and moved in a very secretive way, some wearing masks, some covering themselves with more fashionable means to disguise their features, or maybe at least make them a little harder to identify. Pieces of paint, or one mask over here, or one raised up here, some having hooded cowls draped over their faces. You get the sense that this is a place for scoundrels, thieves, and rogues. Perhaps those individuals who might be a little bit more comfortable in places where they're not more welcome. But you do see that there are what appears to be even more intriguing sights. Some of them look to be individuals who bake, who cook. You can see restaurants and other different types of establishments and businesses, many of whom offer a variety of very intriguing things. Some of them look to be as if they were dresses made for larger individuals that have no care for who wears, be they from large Goliaths to small halflings. They seem to kind of cater to all. You also notice that there are what appears to be a variety of makeup and disguise kits, maybe perhaps for those who want to infiltrate, but also to those who wish to look decorative and nice. Even some individuals walking around to mask their identity have curved paint and almost styled symbols of flowers and leaves. It is a very intriguing and eye-catching place, but you do still feel that there is a level of caution that you must exhibit. But for the most part, you stand in what appears to be a marketplace court. You can see around you that there are a few establishments you could walk in and maybe perhaps continue on, but at this point there are quite a few individuals that are staring at you now, and some are a bit more interested in your party since you don't quite fit the part. And you begin to see that a few cloaked individuals that seem to wear a very similar-like uniform begin to trail and surround the party, not to approach you, but to keep a very close eye on you. So what do you do?
I think I like this place even more than I liked Crestern. Looking
What do
around.
what do we do?
I believe word of our arrival will travel quickly.
Are we supposed to like meet someone here?
I was told to seek this place out. I'm sure someone's keeping an eye.
I mean,
For the moment, I think it may be prudent to see if we could mimic some of the customs. See if we can find each of you a decent mask, for example. And I'll just use my leather armor that lets it change different forms to create a mask over Rook's
Sure.
face.
Yeah, your glamour armor definitely allows you to materialize
That's the one.
a suitable mask of your style choice. And there are what appears
Looks like
to
a
be
peacock, just straight up, just
Oh.
like a night black peacock.
All right. Peacocking it is. You can
Yeah.
see that there are a few other shops that maybe perhaps might be willing to cater to a size that might be suitable to Varkash. They do seem to have sizes maybe closer to resembling Goliath proportions, but Varkash is that's the closest race that they might maybe be able to fit into.
Time for a makeover.
Can it? Okay. This is gonna sound weird. Can I like insight check the fucking place? Just to see if it's like a safe place, or is this like a bad place to be like I gotta watch my
Sure,
shit?
sure. Getting a vibe on the atmosphere. Go ahead and make an insight check as you look around at the individuals and the
A
shops.
vibe check. There we go. That's where I'm.
Vibe check the entire city. Well, I guess guild. And I'd also like to keep an eye out for Raoul, Daedrin, or anybody that
Okay.
looks like they may be seeking me.
Sure. So Victor, just to cover yours very quick, this is a place that does seem to have guarded secrets and a lot of individuals that are a bit more private when it comes to their affairs. Though there is a level of relaxation and letting their guard down just slightly enough to feel a little bit more at home. So you can tell that this is a place, a sanctuary, and there is some kind of, this is our place. And those who walk around here, you can tell that they do know that if you are one of them, they'd be more than happy to welcome you, but individuals who aren't necessarily like that, they assume, maybe perhaps just by looking at you, maybe you're looking for a contract, maybe someone told you how to come here, or maybe you're being escorted by this black-feathered Kenku, who does seem to at least have a bit more of what looks to be a fitting place here in the court. For the most part,
Right.
they're not angry or they're not hostile, curious and cautious.
I'll kind of relay a shortened version of that, just a real quick, because I still don't feel comfortable. Just all right. I think if we just kind of blend in a little bit, like I don't know how we do that. Rook, maybe you could help with that. But I think if we just blend in, people might just kind of leave us alone. But as I'm saying that, I'll pull up my dragon mask and I'll put my dragon mask on.
Sure, easy. Definitely enough for you to do that. You get the sense, though, that for the most part, your party is pretty unique, especially with Varkash and you and Rook. Not
And with
many-
that 25, I'm going to constantly be looking to make sure nobody steals anything off of me. since we stand out,
Okay,
you
you
know.
can make a perception check.
I don't want people to think we're the fuzz. A perception
Even
check?
though you are the fuzz, both literally and metaphorically to a point.
Hey.
Especially
perception
Victor,
you say.
Yes.
Oh gosh, you cooking. Okay.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. You try to keep a very active approach when it comes to looking around for anything that might be fishy.
Just be cool. All right, Varkesh, be cool.
Hey.
Valendra,
I feel like we
Valendra.
need. What?
just be cool, okay?
I'm
just
always
hold on.
cool.
Okay, just be cool. Valendra.
Okay,
No,
one.
not like
Wow,
that.
that's
Not
hurtful.
like that.
That's really hurtful.
But like, try different. Like, nope, almost. Nope.
Like,
That's kind of
like what?
try. That's not cool, man. Just try something different.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific.
Like blend in, cool. See how Smokey is? Look at Smokey. I look over at Smokey.
Smokey is fidgety and he's kind of going a little.
But when Smokey sees you look at him, he just suddenly his eyes lit up and he pulls his hood over himself. When he pulls it back down, you see that he is now his Josh Gad human character with alter sight.
Nice.
Oh,
See?
nice.
Alright, so
Totally cool. Valendra.
Smokey just
Take
kind of goes
note.
and he deflates a little bit.
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one, that's not fair because he used magic and I can't do that. Two, I'm cooler than you, so shut
Valendra
up.
already has like a mask features. Naturally, that kind
Yeah.
of works.
I was born with a mask.
Okay.
I'm just saying, be cool, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Varkesh
Whatever
is
you're
the
doing
only
right
one-
now.
Most important.
Varkesh is the only one who doesn't seem to be slightly covered, I guess.
Okay,
It's just a
Varkesh, I feel
customary
like we
thing.
need to get you some just like some type of.
Actual clothes.
We need to get you clothes.
Okay, I think he
Varkesh,
looks
you're
great.
basically
Why?
naked.
Okay, all right. Well, okay.
It's just you kind of stand out.
But
Victor, with your passive perception like that, you would also see that in the shop there is what appears to be something that could be perfect for Varkesh. It looks to be like a black executioner's cowl. Large and draping that could at least fit his head in size and just let his snout push out without it being a problem.
That is kind of cool, though.
That is pretty cool.
I am thinking the Holocaust cloak from The Princess Bride.
I'm just kind of envisioning Astaroth from Soul Calibur, honestly. One of the older ones, though.
do I get a say
I-
in this?
Well, it's just you don't have to keep it forever, but I think it would be a good idea if you wore this now, so that we don't
What's
draw any
wrong- what's-
unwanted.
Wrong with what I'm wearing / not wearing?
Look, I
Oh,
love the
that's-
look. Okay, I love it. I think in here we need the feng shui a little bit more, so we just got to blend in. You know what I mean?
So to look
Watch.
cool.
Right, look cool. Like, watch this. Ready? I take the mask off. I totally look like I don't belong here. Put the mask on. Now I look like I blend in a little bit. Look at Smokey. He went full all out, man. I mean,
How does an 8'8" half dragon look cool?
Valindra's trying. I don't know what she's doing over there. She's trying. That's all.
Okay, Victor, did I? Oh God. Okay. I feel like because my poor outfit has been ripped to shreds
Peed
by
on.
me, to use for various things.
Yep.
So I had wanted to buy a new set of clothes anyway. Could I
Yeah.
just buy
Sure.
dark?
Goth
Fade.
Valindra. Goth Valindra.
Yeah, goth Valindra.
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's
go
it's
on,
very
boys.
easy. The dress shop in particular looks to be the best place for you to go in, and as you go inside, you can see that there is what appears to be a very large Goliath individual standing there. He looks at you and kind of does like a smile as two pins are sticking outside of his lips as he kind of does a grin and goes, "Welcome here to my lovely establishment. Please come in. I will be happy to service you. Come in, come in."
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Varkesh, you look super friendly. Let's go.
Yeah, he's
No,
super
wait,
friendly.
what?
The door is large enough for you to enter. The Goliath made it more for his needs. And as you all come
Smoky
in, he just goes, "Wonderful, wonderful." I'll just say, "Ooh, look at you. You're a big boy. I like big boys."
Yes.
Come on
I
inside,
feel
everyone.
uncomfortable.
We just it. Me,
What can
me and
Boban
him
do
just-
for you?
Boobon. That is
Boobon.
a great name. What's the name of the shop, by the way?
Boban's Boutique.
Ooh. How do you, I'm just gonna guess. Boobon.
All right, Buban, here's the deal, okay?
This
We
is
are-
hideous. As he looks at
We are
Belinda.
totally cool.
You need a
Alright.
new wardrobe. This is just
Yeah, right, exactly. See, we
Well,
are
that's-
totally cool.
I've
why we're
been
here.
telling her that for ages, and she never listens.
You look stylish. I
What is
like
this shit
your
on
look.
Valindra Day?
I'll give a slight bump, thank you.
This one could also do with something. That's just like a haversack. What are you? What is this? Pointing at Smokey.
Yeah, it's a shapeless robe.
Here's the deal, okay? We are totally awesome. Our clothes do not reflect our inner personnel awesomeness, and we need something to, reflect that. We heard this was the place to go.
Marvelous. I am all for bringing out the inner self and beauty. Come, come.
No. We're here to look cool.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Yep. hmm
I can
Cool,
see.
whatever that is.
Your
Yep.
cold blue skin, cool.
Can I
Come,
can I
come to me. Come to me.
can I get a read on this guy?
Sure. You can make an insight check.
He seems very cheery for someone in a dark place.
That's how we get you.
I'm just saying, a lot of those dresses have way too many folds that are perfect for hiding daggers in. As well as vials of poison.
Insight.
So, you know,
19.
Other-
Valindra, you get the sense that he might be a bit more flamboyant than most men that you've met. And
Okay.
probably has a keen love for fashion, and maybe got a lot of looks or questionable interests, and when he was trying to maybe perhaps work up in the normal places, certainly couldn't do any business in Almiel. Trilak, maybe. But Bylok has been the city that is run by most of the humanoids, and it had a more open policy. Still, there are some decisions above that most might not necessarily assume a Goliath could be an adequate fashion designer. And it seems that down
Oh my
here
God.
he's more capable of being able to express and do it without at least any kind of fear. And he's also, because of his situations, more willing to do a bit more work that could, as Rook does point out, maybe hide or at least give some kind of disguise to hidden compartments or pockets or other things that should not be seen.
Okay. I would die for Bouban. Please go on.
Okay. He does bring you all and allows you to sit down in what appears to be a small little gathering area as he goes and gathers up pieces of clothing in order to provide you all with something a little different and unique, but letting you keep your style to some manner without obviously overburdening you, because he assumes what you wear is what you wish to be. You already show the reflection to the world of your inner self. So, to Smokey, he goes ahead and he pulls out what appears to be a much finer looking black robe. This one does seem to have what appears to be very faint patterning, almost in a way to kind of give it a bit of what you would call up-level fashion, just very subtle. But you can see that there are nice little pockets that have been placed onto the sides and around it, hidden in the folds where no one could see them, and also even inside, as you look in there, there are hidden pouches ready for you to place things if you wish to keep them a bit more private. Maybe to avoid a pickpocket or two.
Ooh.
Now we're talking. All right. Cool.
So
Okay.
Smokey, he's happy to see you get that one. Valindra, he takes a little time, but he does see that she is red and black, and perhaps maybe a little bit more of the darker toned. He will go around and seem to gather what he could at least assume might be a better fit for her in most of the styles, and does grab what looks to be a mixture of what you were wearing, but a little bit more stylish in black, with some extra fine black lace that goes underneath it, enough so that you wouldn't necessarily see it on most ways, but if you were standing in the light or walking or posing, people would pick up this finer lace work that seems to go underneath the skirt. You can also see that as he does provide you with this, he shows you how you can clip it off and turn it to the other side and see a maroon burgundy like satin. So you have what looks to be a two-piece. So you can change it as you wish.
My gosh.
To match you, of course, on top, he does have what appears to be a nice kind of deeper red kind of shirt blouse top, but then he does provide what appears to be a black vest that you can put over it where it buttons up. And it does have that kind of stylish little sleek cut businesswoman to it, so it gives you that kind of extra curve as you walk and move.
Oh my god.
And he does provide you with a better cloak. Your cloak was a bit mismatchy. He's going to give you one that's a bit more laden with what you could see is maybe a little heavier fabric. Yours was more of like a light kind of coarse linen just to do the job. This one looks to be like a fashionable one. Will do the job, but it also has like a bit more softness to it. And a larger hood. Your hood was a little small. This one's a bit more like a... If you imagine the elves in Lord of the Rings where it's like that large, can do this kind of hood. So it has a bit more volume to play with. Rook, you already look fashionable. He doesn't see you needing anything. You look pretty much
Pretty
spot
perfect,
on.
you know?
Rook is flawless.
Okay.
I do want to do some shopping, though.
All right. Well, you can browse and look around too, of course, and if you want to see. For Victor, you look pretty good already as it is too with your outfit, but he does think that maybe perhaps you might need something a bit more. He goes ahead and he pulls out what appears to be a nice vest. You can see that it's more embroidered and buttoned down with like a nice kind of trim down the middle with these beautiful gold buttons that lace around the front. And there's a golden trim here. This thing looks a bit more formal and regal, broader shoulders, and it has what appears to be a little extra sleeving on the top, just to make it look a bit more like you are ready to go into a ball or something like that. A little bit more fine, a little bit more of a hassle, but it is something that you can technically put over what you're wearing now. So you can take it off and apply. But you can see that he has made it to your size. The one you're wearing right now, it's a beautiful vest. It does have its nice form, but it is something that was meant for your uncle, and you've made it fit you by kind of, that's why it drapes and scoops out a little bit from the side. So this one kind of looks more like a dress vest that you can put over it, like a jacket almost in a way, but still showing off your... He does like your arm, and he doesn't want to block that, so he leaves that there.
I dig it.
To Varkesh.
It's very cool.
Damn. Varkesh, sadly, you are his type right now, so he's kind of a
Big
little
bone.
over-intrigued.
He doesn't
with
want to
you.
cover you up.
He kind of doesn't. He really doesn't.
I love it.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
He's gonna
Wait.
pull you to the side so that you can change in private because what he has for you might
What?
need you to be a little. These all things are people he can put on. He can just like give it to them and they can put over what they're wearing. Not a problem. Yours, he just thinks you need a dressing room, so he escorts you to another private chamber and shows you that he has maybe perhaps a different variety for you.
Where are they going?
wait. Hold on a minute. What's just happened?
His head will
Where are
peek
we
out the
going?
door. Just be about a moment. Don't worry. You'll like it.
Oh,
Wait,
all right,
fabulous.
okay.
Glorious. And he shuts the
Look
door.
at a mirror at my best.
Yeah,
Yep,
Navarkash,
sure.
he doesn't. Yeah, he's not going to invade you in a way, but he does seem to have a bit more of like a admiration to your physique. You seem to be more his size and
I think
stature.
Varkesh is the first time he's ever felt uncomfortable.
This is my favorite thing that's ever happened.
I'm just seeing lots of fishnet. And
I love it.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, he's going to get you what appears to be, for the most part, as you look at it, yeah, he likes your curves. He's going to ask you to wear something that's very tight and leathery, and a little bit more kind of hinting, but without it being too obvious. So he sticks with black, a little bit more of a darker leather itself, so it doesn't necessarily show too much of the lines, but it at least allows a presence to show itself, as he gives you a very... It's small. Very small for the most part. I mean, it has a large amount of fabric in the middle, but small bands. He
I'll
hands-
come out looking like Dr. Frankenfurter.
he hands that to you, but as he tells you to put that on as to be a little bit more, it'll be more cozy and comfy. You won't have to worry too much about it getting in the way. And he goes off to the side and starts pulling out what you can see are what looks to be more of a stylized leather. You could call it a kilt, but it seems to be more of like belts, like leather straight pieces. But at the end of them, you can see that there are nice, almost slightly pale golden kind of clasps at the bottom, that these middle little bits that he attaches on and can pull off at any time. So they are little additions that can add this metal glimmer that click on to form this.
I don't want any
Slightly-
metal glimmer.
It's a slightly V'd kind of leather belt / skirt going on.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
But it's nice enough for you to at least kind of look good with it. He also provides you with a few things to help make you look more presentable if need be. He provides you with leather, black leather, almost kind of pointed armbands that come up with a bit of a similar kind of like a long pointed Gothic arch to them that come up on either side with a bit of imprinted leather patterning on them to look similar to like an elvish arch almost. So they have that kind of fine working to them. Very subtle. And you also see that he provides you with another matching pair for your legs and shins. These are purely decorative, but enough to at least allow you to have a bit more of a formality to them, should you wish it. And the last piece he does have for you is what you could assume might be something for your chest. Looking at it, it's a little hard to see how it could work, but he does show you eventually how you could apply what appears to be an almost kind of draping sense of leather that can go almost like a shawl, similar to like if someone was like a Highlander that has that kind of kilting over it, but instead of it being fabric, it's like leather straps that have been braided across. So you
I'm
can
just imagining like
It's too much.
so you
like-
can make it like a kind of like a formal. It's very similar if you had like any kind of Scotland man who was going to come to a formal wear. They have that draping across sort of thing.
But there's so much leather.
Love it.
I love it.
He thinks
This
leather's
is
good
perfect.
for you.
Leather likes you.
But you
So,
can
Am
see
I,
that.
am I a contestant in the Highland Games, or is this like a Scottish S&M session?
Just
What's going on?
Just make a little insight check. He will have a mirror for you to look at it, but make an insight as you look at the outfit.
Okay.
insight check the clothes.
20. All right. You get the sense that you notice that the way that they're stylized and the way that they're pointed, it's just when you put your arms at rest, when your legs are standing, you notice that the arch points are actually kind of gesturing down and gesturing up as if they were trying to say, focus down here.
Oh God, no!
It seems
oh
to
God,
draw.
no!
It's drawing the eye very, very slightly, as if the fashion is trying to, like, say, admire this area.
That's so great.
It's very subtle, but you get the sense that if anyone was looking, they would be looking. And he just kind of admires it with the 2 pins sticking out. Goes, I love it. This is perfect. Show your friends. We must show them now. And he opens the door and he goes, I present to you your new fashionable friend. Come on out. Gorgeous.
Hand over
Come on.
his face.
Come on. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
That is some impressive work.
There he is.
You know-
That is
you know
a
when
lot
you-
of leather.
You know when you get new like work boots that are made of leather and you have to work them in and everything's all like that high pitched
crinkly-
leathery squeak? That's me all over now. Apparently.
This really emphasizes your physique.
I love it.
I-
It looks
it's-
great.
Smokey seems to be very silent and intrigued, but
I feel cheap.
That is a lot of leather.
Oh,
I
there's nothing cheap
feel-
about that. Are you kidding
I
me?
feel like I deserve to live under a lamppost.
I mean, that's at least 2 cows worth of leather.
Bubon, I'm speechless. I think I can speak for my friends. We're all speechless as amazing for all of these outfits. Thank you. These are great.
I enjoy dressing everyone up. I think it's
I'm just-
brilliant.
Rolling around inside this thing.
So do you have disadvantage on stealth checks until you work the leather in? Or?
So I
Well, no, you
will
just have to
say-
oil him up.
Luckily, there's a mixture of soft and
Just
hard.
glare at Smokey with that statement.
There's a
Shut the
mixture.
fuck
There's
up.
a mixture of soft and hard leather. The closest parts of the skin are softer, so they're not going to be chafing anytime soon. And
Nice.
you do have
Good to
the more shiny and hard pieces are like the leather bands for the belt, in a sense, that kind of complement the metal ends.
I like
I'm-
it.
Varkesh is just going to reach around behind him to touch his butt just to make sure they're not backless chaps.
Well, I mean, you can touch your skin. Your butt isn't covered.
Ah, yes.
The kilt.
So I will
And a
say
tail.
Yeah,
uh,
it's it pretty much. He
move
does
on.
see that you have a tail, and this thing is more of a speedo, and it works.
I hate
I-
everything that's going on.
I will say your eye for fashion is outstanding. Number one, I for one have never had anything this high quality in my life. But I'm worried that especially with our large blue friend here, it might be a little too eye grabbing. You know,
Are you
it's
kidding?
just your
This man is
design.
a visionary.
Oh, he
No,
can-
I'm
he can
not-
always
I'm
take
not
off the shawl.
disagreeing.
That's just an optional. He can take it off.
I'm not
Take off
disagreeing.
the shawl.
It's just
He can take off the leather armbands too. They're not necessary.
it's just we
I
often
mean, it-
deal with discretion in our field. I'm sure you understand that
Okay.
a lot. And I'm just worried that with how exquisite and glamorous this fashion is on him, we will draw so much attention that we would obviously redirect to your shop. But do you have anything that he could perhaps wear that might be a little bit more comfortable and practical for the type of work that we do, and save this particular outfit for special occasions?
I feel like my bulges are.
Victor, you have a
corset.
question?
While she's saying all that, based on my insight from before, do I recall anyone else? I mean, looking like us? I mean, does it look like we're gonna blend in? Because that's the thought here. I mean, we want to look cool and we want to blend in. Like,
it,
is this?
it looks like with your mask, specifically, that does make you have a bit more of an appearance. And if you are wearing this fashion, it kind of is it's a noticeable style that probably you never see anywhere else. It's quite.
But here we're cool.
Yeah, it does. I mean, everyone would know that you have purchased
Alright.
this here.
So
at
as
the
Valindra's
boutique.
saying all that, once she's done, I mean, honestly, Valindra, from what I kind of gathered before, this actually, we're gonna fit right in here. This is pretty perfect, honestly.
And she does.
You
Markesh
guys
has never
fit right
been
in.
discreet.
He does lean into Valindra and pull her and goes, "Darling, please. Now, if you look at him now, there is no way I can tone down or disguise this massive male figure. So all you can do is own it. And he
I'm gonna go
is
home.
going to own it."
Yes, and I'm sure that he will. It's just, again, with do you
I feel
have
like it's owning me.
it's just
That's just the leather collar.
Wait, there's a collar too.
Smokey sees the collar just hidden behind his hands, like in the back, as he's been holding on to it, just waiting carefully.
I want to go home
Oh my
right now.
gosh. Again, you have done extraordinary work. I have never seen him look this
Cheap.
but
I can always throw on a cloak for coverage.
yeah, like a cloak
He
or like
goes
a
over to the
loose
back.
pair of like pants or shorts or something that still covers things but is easier to move around in, because he is not the most graceful sometimes, and I would
I'm
hate to
thinking
see him
fishnets.
trip it. Shut up, Brooke. I would hate to see him trip and fall and rip this just glorious outfit that you have.
Leather doesn't rip.
Okay, but
he
he
pulls her
falls a
in, and
lot.
he pulls Valindra next to him, so he's going to walk her around Varkesh as if to allow her to admire certain things. So he just
Can
goes,
you not?
Look
Who
at that
noticed
ass.
His tail is in the way. Pants would be ridiculous and impossible to do, so we didn't worry about that. I did think he might have been a tussler. Look at those ribs. Look at that muscular.
Can we stop this right now?
I think that perhaps he gets a little bit more rough in the fray, and so that's why I make sure that, as you can see here, he pulls out some of the leather cords. There's a tight one right here, very snug. Can't rip that one. It's protected by his thighs, his massive, meaty thighs. But if we go here, you can see that each of the leather straps forms just so to cover it, so it can't really be seen unless he would jump down from a high cliff. Then you were below. Maybe then.
He did throw himself out a window once.
I
he
won't blame
did-
you if you try to do that. That's fine.
It's also just, sometimes he gets poor circulation to his feet, and I'm worried that it's just so tight that it's just gonna like
It's not that tight.
Cut
Look, I
off.
can fit my fingers right in. See? Right there.
Whoa!
Smokey grabs it.
I fucking tried, you guys. I tried.
I
Go to
sabotaged.
hell for this. I'm a cleric, and I will ensure this happens.
Oh, I
Please
think
don't
First
kill me.
Daddy Dragon is loving
Okay.
But to
this.
be sure to
Oh no.
satisfy your request for modesty, I'll get a cloak. And
Oh
he-
yeah, so I look like a super hoe.
So he
That's
goes.
right.
And maybe like I understand with the whole tail, but can you get one that like has a hole
Hole in
or
it.
something that's where he can be covered but still have his tail sticking out? Is that I'm not a fashion expert like you are.
I can always give you a cut cloak.
I think she's looking for almost like a petticoat with a split tail. Like longer
Exactly
at the
like
back?
that. Yes, yes. It has a cut down the middle. I do it for some of my tiefling clientele.
I am
they have
so gonna
tails.
feed Rook to my
Tabaxi's like
kobold.
this too. I'm sure your friend over there, and your other one who's admiring some of my work. As you can see, Vlad is just kind of looking and going, "Oh, sorry, just looking very pretty."
Yeah, just a simple cloak will be fine. He doesn't need anything fancy. Just
Yeah. He pulls out a
something-
large cloak that he does provide for Varkesh. It doesn't have a hood. There's no hood on Earth that could cover him for his height without getting a custom one. But this one is wide enough to at least cover a majority of him. It
and
probably
as
goes
he's
down
getting
to
his cloak, I'm just
maybe-
gonna like lean over to Varkesh and be like, I tried. I'm sorry.
Help me.
It goes down to maybe his shins. It's still not that big. Varkesh is very large. But yes,
That's
Smokey,
a
as you
one.
are having this, you might have like leaned into him and he would have listened for a moment. And go, oh, your friend requests another outfit. If you'll excuse me, and he picks Smokey up to the side. Come.
I start
Into
crying.
the room we go. Be but a moment. Browse the shop if you like.
Thank
I'm
you.
browsing specifically looking for something for Angel.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
She can have this.
I don't know if it's
I don't
if
think
it's
that would
a
fit
aw
her.
or if it's like a ooh. Like I don't know what exactly you're looking for.
For the awe side.
Okay.
This would be something for general wear. It's something
So-
relatively practical that she could keep things in for personal self-defense.
Smokey, as you walk inside and begin to talk about what you would like to see, as you alter yourself, he's a little bit intrigued at your casting. And nods.
Casting.
And as you describe it, he will agree. And he's going to go off to the back for a moment to see what he can grab. For you, he's probably going to pull out red and gold might be his favorite choice for you at this point. So, he'll come back and he will see that he provides you with what appears to be a very nice, almost cut jacket that seems to have a draping across here that comes up and comes down, and then he pulls one of the folds down, so it has that triangle exposure here. The sleeves themselves are puffed and stop right here at the elbow, giving them that kind of draped waterfall feel. And you can see matching leather bracers that go here with a bit of trim on the end. You can see that as they sit there, they look rather nice. They feel very cozy because they don't really ruffle up into some of the areas that you maybe perhaps might have fur grow later. You can also see that there are a nice pair of breeches that also similarly have that kind of poof to the knee that come in and then lead to nice, clean, shiny boots. And you can see that the trim around the top of this collar that kind of comes up and moves around here has a little gold to it, and you have little gold buttons that come around here. And what you can see behind you, the jacket itself has what appears to be a square flap in the back, similar to that colonial style where you have that cut here and a cut there, so it kind of has that extra bit of flare around, similar to a kind of a tabard in a way. It has that kind of extra drape.
Yes, this is very nice.
I don't. I made it.
I'll take it. I probably should change before I.
Use the
if
room.
you could have it wrapped.
Use the room. I shall head this way.
Okay.
And he comes outside, looking at the rest and going, "Anything else I can offer you? Oh, you look at some of the dresses. I didn't know you were into dresses, but that's fine. We can find things
Not
for you."
for me.
Yes, dress him up. Right
for
now.
my fiancée.
Oh, what is she?
She is a tabaxi.
Furry hand comes out behind and he does a minor illusion of Angel.
Like
There you
that.
Is.
Oh, excellent idea. I recognize a spellcaster when I see one. And he kind of knocks on the door and goes, "You decent?" as he opens the door without really actually letting you respond.
My fur grows immediately out and makes me decent.
He goes, "Oh, good, you're undressing. Excellent. Could you take on the form of his fiancée? That way we can try clothing on you."
Kind of poke my head in. I'll be watching for size. I can adjust as needed.
Oh.
What are Angel's measurements? Is she about my size?
It's a hell of a question, though.
I mean, technically with Smokey's magic, he can be an identical
Yes.
version of...
Smokey
Okay.
grabs can I get like a sheet or a towel or something, or just
yeah. And he grabs what appears to be a spare cloak and hands it to you.
he wraps it around himself and he starts changing
Sure.
appropriately.
This is very interesting for you, Smokey, but you do have a moment to take on the appearance of Angel. It's very weird for you, Rook, to kind of see that happen, but it's just like, okay. But he does ask you what you would like, colors or tastes.
I was thinking something mostly running in silvers, like grays, perhaps a bit of golds mixed in.
That's a bit of a mixing color.
It would mostly be like a tertiary type of deal, is what I was thinking.
He goes off to the side and brings out what appears to be a nice dress, but you notice that what it looks to be almost is like a nightgown. However, as he puts it over for Smokey to put it on, Smokey, you begin to put it over here, and you can see that there are bands around the side. He tightens them up, and you can see a satin fold that almost looks like compressed silver that seems to move up and form a V up here, tight sleeves that come down towards the hands and poof up very slightly here. It is very excessive in fabric, but the wrinkles that it forms add to the style. This level of clothing is on purpose, and it does seem to provide this kind of draping that looks to be a bit more beautiful. However, he does notice Rook a little bit in your party, and he leans in and goes, "One of the finer dresses, but the best part about it, it just takes one yank and it's gone. Can you take it off without realizing
I can
it?"
see why he has a business here.
Please demonstrate.
Oh, great. He pulls on it, and Smokey just kind of begins to lose you.
Oh, poor Smokey.
Rock.
Oh,
I mean,
thank
do
you.
we could know how to reassemble this thing?
We'll just tie it up again. You see, just pull it here, and we go, tie it around. There we go. There it goes. But it does look like a nice, fine gown, once it's been folded and tucked in the way, it looks like a nice kind of V exposed outfit. But it does have what appears to be a very easy, like, removal. Maybe perhaps if you had a female assassin or rogue who might need to look like a lady and at least appear to be non-threatening, could quickly remove it, leave it down, or go away if it needs to be, and use what's underneath necessary for the job at hand.
I mean, feels pretty good against the fur, at least.
Someone has some good opinions of their clothes.
Yes, that's perfect. I like it a great deal.
Excellent! So, will you all be buying everything? Yes. Mhm.
Yep.
Yep, I do believe so. What are we running?
Well, let's see. So, we've got the dress for you. The dress for you. He points to Valindra. The vest for you. To Victor.
Uncle, did you need something, just like a cloak or something you wanted to wear, or?
No, I'm fine, Victor. I'm more of a humble approach to things.
I mean, you look totally cool already. I just didn't know if you wanted something like more here cool, I guess, or something.
I'm pretty good with what I feel comfortable in this.
I'm sorry to say my mentally
Have you
deranged
been
friend,
here
but
before, Vlad?
I can't wear this.
You must wear this. You look stunning.
I can't. I feel like it's fusing to my skin.
But you look so good in it. Oh.
My bulge has a bra.
It needed support. It's very important. Support is very important.
I've got.
How about this? I will, for the whole price, I will give you a discount, and I'll give you yours for free. What do
Why
you say
would
to
I
that?
want mine for free?
Yes.
Okay, Varkesh, it is a lot of leather, right? And you can you? I know you can craft with some things. Can you just make something else out of it?
I just lean down to Valindra. Everything squeaks. And I'm like, do you really want to wear anything that's been around my crotch?
No. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. Can you like reform them into something that you would maybe wear? It's a lot of free leather.
Technically, you could, as long there are metal bits to it. That's all you need.
Do me a favor. Run a finger down my left arm.
I'm not doing that.
Just do it.
No.
Just do it.
Absolutely not. No.
No, seriously.
I don't
Feel
want
how
to.
tight this thing is. It's awful.
No, I can see how tight it is, Varkesh. All I'm saying is you just
I am
have
going to
wear it.
burst out of this any second. I
Okay,
can feel
okay.
it.
All I'm saying is you just
This will
have
be
to
very
figure out-
awkward.
Okay, Varkesh. One, you've been walking around in a loincloth. We're past awkward, okay?
No,
Two,
this is a whole fucked up level of awkward.
two, you just have to make it out of the store with all that leather, and then you can just sort of reshape it into whatever style that you're wanting.
I feel if I leave the store, I'm going to get raped.
I will protect you. I will
That
protect you.
doesn't make me feel better.
Wow, all right, you know what? Fine, fuck it. You're on your own. We'll take the lot. Thank you very much for your eye for fashion.
Perfect,
and-
marvelous, excellent. Here we go, all over here now. So we'll just have that tied in together. So we've got the outfit, 5 gold pieces.
Tally us up. How much would it have been
What?
if I decided to reject
I flip
all this?
him. I give him 5 initially and then add 1 more. A tip for your services.
I always enjoy a tip. Thank
Wink.
you.
Smokey's wearing his new black robe.
And you wearing a dress?
Me?
No, Smokey.
No,
When he was
Smokey.
in female form.
Yeah, he was always in kind of friar's robes, but now they're a bit more ornate and
They're
tastefully
nice,
done.
Friar.
Victor, as you walk up to him and quietly ask, just so no one maybe overhears it a little bit, he'll look at you and go, as you describe it to him, he goes, okay, now that might take me a little bit of time. I can do a rough sketch if you come back in maybe half an hour. I can then show you what it looks like, and you tell me.
Sure, that'd be great. I have a little bit extra coin on me if it'll be like rush order or something.
Ooh, I could ask my friend across the street. Yes, I could do that.
Sweet. I'm so happy if this can happen. That would be great. Thank you.
It still might take me maybe the better part of the day, but I can get it to you with her help. She'll be good.
And quick question, AJ, just for the sheer thematic of it. You said this is like a black vest with gold trim
For yours,
For his vest.
for
yeah.
me. Yeah.
it's more like a darker kind of.
So this is so stupid. Does it go with my pants or do I need pants?
It's one of those where actually when you look at it, it looks like a formal kind of black, but then it shimmers just a little bit of like a blue to it, like a
Cool.
dark.
I don't need pants.
It's like
Got
a
it.
dark satin, yeah.
Sweet. Don't need pants. Good. Okay. The other thing that I put then.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sent some pictures.
Yes, and he will tell you that it will just take a little bit longer to do. But
No problems.
but when you
I mean,
describe it, he does nod and probably will come up with something.
Actually, I will take this.
But you already have.
No. Do you have anything extra I could have?
Extra what?
Something more akin to a leash or a very long leather strap.
I do, and you see him immediately go off to the side as he
Collar.
somehow miraculously pulled a collar out of his hand, and then
That was
there's
very
a cord
fast.
that he just
I'm
kind of
very
like.
disturbed, but
Yeah.
I will take it.
I think it's big enough. Let me see if it can fit your neck real quick.
I did. It's not for me.
Oh, oh, it might be big. Might be too big then.
Oh, I'll adjust it. Just looks to Rook. I'm giving him fucking daggers for encouraging this Goliath the entire time.
Alright, well, for you, I'll say what.
Just hand on-
last thing
hand on
free of
short
charge.
sword.
Last one. Just for me. Just one last thing. If you want this for free, just do a little spin. Just
God.
Do it.
Farkesh, you show off all the time. Just
This is
This
different.
is like your thing, man.
I know it's different. I know
I'm
it's
just an
different.
admirer of gorgeous figure, and you have by
Right.
far the best looking figure I've seen.
Okay,
He wants
Rook.
to see his work on his
You're
ideal
the number
man.
one fan
Rook,
here. Okay.
I cannot cast magic today, but just be warned, I can still shoot lightning. So I will do a very quick spin, but it'd be very unceremonious.
I mean, for you, quick is still kind of.
Great.
Unless you want a pirouette. Do you want a pirouette?
I will do anything at this point. I'm pretty much
Sure.
dressed to
Follow.
obey.
Make a performance check for me.
Oh God, you're gonna fall over.
Varkesh the son.
Trust me, the leash isn't for me.
Who's the
sure.
What is
leash
it, a
for?
It's for Rook.
Oh,
What?
you think?
You think
All
your
right.
sword will protect
You do a very nice turn, but fortunately and unfortunately at the same time, as you spin really quickly, the leather does come up and kind of go and flick around you for a little bit, so it kind of just exposes for just a second, a millisecond, and then
Wait,
back down.
what exposes here?
The leather that was covering like a kilt almost, because they're thin leather straps basically, when you do a quick turn, it kind of just like all continues its momentum and it comes up and then comes back
Marcus
down.
feels bullied today.
So it's just kind of like when you see a skirt twirl, it kind of bunches and then falls.
Are you satisfied?
I love it so much.
For now, I'm satisfied.
It's the static, there's ozone developing inside of this clothing store, right?
I do wish I gave you disadvantage on the performance, but that's alright.
Man, look, we're supposed to meet that guy, Rook. Oh gosh, we're late. Okay, we gotta go. I'm just gonna like.
Yep.
whatever.
Let's go. Squeak, 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 squeak. As I'm walking out of the bloody place.
Thank you again.
But yeah, Victor, if you put the 10 as a down payment, he'll be happy to take that and be sure to give you something to look at in half an hour if you come back to approve it. Alright.
Victor.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Alright,
did anyone
well-
wish to grab the mask? There was an executioner's mask that Varkesh could wear if you wanted to put it on.
I'm wearing
Uh,
enough. Thank you.
Yeah,
very
I'll
much.
grab that. I'll grab that.
He'll just look at you and go, ooh. He's like, that is it. Good to know.
Well, no, this is like there's. I have another friend who this is more like his
Another big
style,
boy.
so-
Bring him by any time.
I will. Right now, he's kind of like in a hairy situation, but I will.
Do you think Bardoom would like this place?
Yes.
Maybe actually, I don't
For some
know.
reason, I actually feel I have to agree with that.
All right. So thank
Good
you so
question.
much.
Wait, how much for the executioner's cap?
No, it's free. That's just a piece of leather. It's fine.
Oh, okay, thank you. Gosh, I got more leather.
Now that we look cool, we blend. where
Farkesh,
would-
you can also go in the forge if you want to.
Nope. If I go in the forge, that means I'm embarrassed.
I
Varkesh,
think
I am not embarrassed.
great.
You're right, you are magnificent, and you'd best be on display the rest of the time we're here.
Rook,
Yes?
in a very short period of time, I'm going to start sweating in this thing. And your head is going to go someplace rather not pleasant.
No. Okay, look, Varkesh, will you please just get in the
I am
forge,
spoken for.
work your magic stuff?
You
Can you
don't
do
have
that
sweat
today?
Today. No.
I don't think they do.
It's just spells.
Are we looking for anyone in particular here, Rook, or just kind of browsing?
Yeah, you said
Are we here for a
Daedrant
really
something
fucked
or
up
other.
weekend?
Daedrin or Raoul, either.
Could we maybe go
But if
to
we maybe look
port
more the
while we're
part, I'm sure
waiting?
we could find some directions.
Could we go to the food place while we're waiting? Like maybe they'll find us, kind of thing. If we just like sit it out or something, or do we have to go find people?
As long as it doesn't require me to make a stealth check, let's go wherever we need to go.
We've had nothing but fish for the past few days.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Did anyone
Rook is
see in the
starving.
chat? I put, is there a Sabar?
There's a answer.
In the food
Because
court.
if there's a pizza place, I will go there. I will go there.
I'm sure we can
why
find
don't we
some
do that?
food.
Maybe if
Let's
we
find
just
some food.
sit here, hang out a little bit, maybe catch up on some stories, and maybe they will find us.
I just ate. We'll find somewhere the rest of us can get food, and I'll see if I can garner some information.
Or that.
Okay.
That could work too.
All right. Looking around, there are quite a few vendors that maybe perhaps might be more suitable to allowing you to eat outside if you wanted to avoid making too much of a scene. But as you do all eventually walk in a very stylized fashion, each of you in your new outfits, as a slow motion kind of camera pan goes across you all as you take your steps, looking at you all as you make your way down, eventually finding what looks to be a suitable stand that maybe perhaps provides what you can see is a mixture of meats stuffed into pot pies or pastries, as well as into more of like a rolls, sausage rolls as it were, to give you
Know how
something
they
that could
feel.
be nice and warm but handheld to take away with you.
Victor is starving, so I will spend 1 gold and 8 silver worth of food, just for me.
That's a lot of food.
Good.
Yeah, they're going to basically try to make a little makeshift box for you, I think. You know what? They actually have a bucket, so they're going to give you the bucket with
The bucket of meat.
the bucket.
You
of
know-
meat,
Food
yeah.
bucket.
Yeah.
I was going to
The
go over
meat
and say
bucket.
you're a bit of a hungry piggy today, but approaching him saying that while wearing what I'm wearing is probably not going to
Do
go
it.
down very well.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, Varkesh, are you going to be eating any?
I'll eat some food, and I have a strange compulsion to buy a shitload of baby oil.
Luckily for you, there's no
Don't know
baby
why.
oil for you to worry about at this point. But yeah, you are able
This
to.
point.
You're able to quite easily purchase what you would consider the entire stores before they might have to continue cooking a new batch. But there is
It's
now
sick depression to eat.
there's a bucket of meat.
It's just a bucket of meat.
This feels like this is like a start for how fast food buckets became a thing. But you do have Victor piling up sausage rolls, meat pies, pastries, calzones, all the like. That seems
I
to
go
just
sit down
be
at a
very
table and
suitable.
just going.
And
Take that.
Varkesh, you have what appears to be like almost like a fan as you're holding the rest in like this kind of array of different ones for you to eat.
Did I just buy a fan to consume or something?
Well, they
or-
handed it
Meat
to you like a
fan.
fan, so that when they grabbed them all, they
right.
kind of held it like a fan and handed it to you, so they're all
Okay,
splayed
that makes
out.
a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need a fan while dressed like this.
As I'm eating, I'm like, so what are you guys eating? As I look at Valindra and Smokey, what are you guys having?
I got some sort of lamb pie. It's really nice. It's got some good
Oh.
spices.
Nice. Shove in my face. It's been a while since I've eaten.
It
and
has
I know
been.
so I'm pretty sure I should be just gorging right now. So
Yeah, it's more stuffed mouth, not really talking, and maybe occasionally choking with a quick Vlad on the back to kind of get it down.
need to breathe. Forgot to
Vlad,
breathe there.
Actually, whenever we were in Asia, did you know what was causing the magical
Disturbance.
stuff? Yeah. Did you? Because Victor said that you had told him stories before about something happening on the night of his birth.
When I was born, yeah.
Oh, you mean when little Victor was born? Yeah, when he was born, it was very chaotic. There was lots of lightning in the sky, crazy looking colors. It was very intense.
Because
Gale
we-
winds.
We found this ring, and I'll point to Victor's new ring, at the center of a maelstrom that seemed to be affecting arcane magic in the entire land of Asia.
You found
And
the
it
second
landed.
ring.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That means you
Bring it
only
out.
have one left to find.
One.
I have the other. As he holds
Oh
it.
yeah.
Jesus
Ah.
fucking Christ.
What's
As
that?
Smokey yells that out very loudly in the echoing court of quiet.
oops.
Hey, it's the closed court, not the quiet court.
Smoke.
And
At the moment.
Cool smoke. Come on, man. We cool smoke.
it, okay, Victor, you need to stop. You are not being cool right
Totally
now.
cool right now.
No, you're not.
You're
Uh,
you're eating half of a cow.
And a pig.
I'm
And a
wearing
goat.
2.
but did you? So the ring had apparently fallen into the ocean and caused some sort of maelstrom
It was
that
just
started
lying
that
in
night.
ocean.
Well, it had a water elemental in it.
It
Well, that sounds like the water ring.
well, it's,
Yeah.
It seemed to take on a life of its own and was on a dead corpse, which
Oh.
seemed to act as the structure for an enormous water elemental.
Oh.
Yeah, Smokey can explain it better.
That interesting. I am not familiar with this, but I could always ask the queen. She may people know.
It's just this happened the night magic started affecting the land of Asia the night that Victor was born, so it might have been caused by the same
Interesting.
event.
So you
I didn't know
think
if
his
you.
natural powers came from the storm? From the ring? That is quite interesting, Victor. Destiny
Good.
has called to you for this ring. It is curious, but I do not shy away from it. You seem to have had the destiny for you. Embrace it. I feel like you're on the right path.
Does I have like a sausage link hanging out my mouth and like mashed potatoes in the other one?
Please
Yeah,
don't do that while I'm sitting next to
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, did either of Victor's parents have any sort of affinity for magic or that sort of thing?
I suppose his mother did.
Can I kind of get a read on Vlad and see, does he talk about Victor's parents fondly or neutrally, or does he seem
You can see that he does have a care and a fondness for the memory when it's brought up, but for the most part, it does seem like he has no idea where they are. It's almost
Okay,
like
okay,
it's a kind of like, a bittersweet thing.
okay? Well, whatever. So his mother had some,
Magical
Are-
ability?
yeah.
I believe so. Was your mother the gnome?
No, mom's a
Mom's the
tabaxi.
tabaxi. All right, so he would have said father then instead.
Okay.
Gnome had some. He could do some little things.
Okay. Do you mind telling us what happened to them?
Well, I don't know.
They just dropped Victor off and
For me to take care of him for the moment, they had to do something very pressing. But
they never said what.
Were they adventurers like you were?
well, she was a little more adventurous, but I wouldn't say she got into too much danger.
Did she seem afraid when they left, or did they seem like they were searching for something?
Oh no, it seemed like they had to do something very important. Like I can't remember. I think he needed her help, and they didn't want to just bring baby Victor, and thought it'd be safer for me to just babysit for a little bit. But then they never returned.
And they never gave any kind of indication as to where they were going, or did they visit a place often that you knew of?
They said that they would meet me back, but they never came back.
Okay.
I waited for over 4 months.
I was just a baby, but I could have protected them if they were just taking me with them. I could have.
Can I insight check Victor and see if he's messing with us or if he is really arrogant off his ass? Like, I am genuinely curious. I can't tell.
If he's joking or not.
Yes.
Who, me or Vlad?
Victor.
About you defending your parents as a 6-month-old cub.
Sure. What do you want me to do?
She just wants to know if what you were saying was a bit more like sarcastic joking, or were you actually believing that you could be that amazing? Does your ego match that of Arkesh's?
Yeah, absolutely.
It comes close. Not exactly, though.
Okay, he thinks, yeah, he's amazing.
It's my mood kindred.
Wow, that lamb was really good.
So, yeah. What are we looking for here, Rook?
I mean, is Rook already left to do some snooping?
Is Rook doing snooping?
He better.
Yeah, I would have
fucking
been looking
have.
for any sort of anybody that looks like the equivalent of an official, I suppose, of the guild down here.
Okay. Are you just walking around? Are you invisible? What's...
Just walking around for the moment.
Okay.
For the most part, without telling anybody.
For the most part, just looking around, you wouldn't have to travel too far away because there are those individuals that are keeping an eye on you, and with your perception being as it is, you would recognize that they perhaps might be part of a watch or at least some kind of enforcement force, as they all have a brooch that seems to clasp on the corners of their cloaks that do have the same lion head on them.
Look at one and just like politely wave. Just stare at them expectantly and see if they'll approach.
One will walk to you and just stand there waiting for you. It looked like you were asking a request, so they're going to...
Hello. I have been advised to seek out this place, this court, by... Fuck.
Daedrin?
Daedrin. By Daedrin.
Alright, so...
And Daedrin.
If you mention the name, you will just see a very slight raise of the eyebrow underneath the cowl, as they all have a mask that covers their face for the most part. You just see their eyes as the cowl drapes over here, but just that slight mentioning will kind of be a little bit more of a He will gesture for you to look down the long, because this is almost like a basilica in a way, kind of like that long nave of a cathedral. It just keeps going for a while with stores that have been kind of paired off to the sides. But down at the back, you can see farther away, maybe about 200 feet or so away, there is what looks to be very similar to the Library of Alexandria, a wall of carved stone that tries to look like a building with multiple tiers on it, that seems to have a decorative work to it, and a door in the middle with a bit more of a stronger light coming through it. Open to anyone who wishes to enter, but he gestures over for you to walk that way.
Thank you. And with that, I'll give a polite half bow and then go back to my friends.
He'll go back towards the shadows and just watch you.
You know, my kind are incapable of developing rashes, but I'm developing a rash.
Rakesh, I'm telling you, if you just go in the forge, you can make something more comfortable with all the leather, I'm sure.
I really don't think you could possibly gather a rash out of that. It's much too skin tight and looks quite supple.
The leather
Can
is
you
quite soft
not-
on the interior. It is made of a soft leather. If you've ever
When
had...
describing anything about me, Rook should not be using words supple.
If you've ever had...
but I did.
If you've ever had sheepskin leather, it's very soft and doesn't
I'm
have
going
any
to
kind of
admit
roughness
I
to it.
I admit to nothing.
Okay, Rakesh, either fix the problem that you seem to be having, or I don't know.
I mean, I would wear
Get
what I
used to
was
it.
wearing, but he took it.
I mean, what if you just made yourself some sort of, I don't know the proper term for it, but Aladdin pants, and then just wore the hood.
Aladdin.
Aladdin pants?
I don't again. They're just like they're loose, and they're like around knee length, So you wouldn't even be wearing full pants.
Funny enough, Rook has seen these pants.
Quite recently. I think the set you're referring to is something akin to like harem
Bro.
pants.
Which, of course,
Yes.
Rook could always demonstrate with his...
Armor.
Yeah, but then I'd be helping Varkesh get away from this.
You know, I am going to make a scene.
I kid.
Here, I'll just grab.
If you wish to make something that would be more comfortable, try something akin to this, and I will mimic the harem pants that I saw
Yeah,
Raoul wearing.
I feel like if you had that, and the
If it was,
hood, and maybe kept the arm bracers, but made them a little less that, then you would still fit in, maybe,
Okay.
but you'd be more comfortable.
I just noticed something. Stand up real quick, Varkesh,
Where is everyone currently seated right about now?
in the food court.
Yeah, you're
Like, who's
basically
like
all...
sitting next to me? Is it just Victor sitting next to me at the moment?
I guess, yeah,
Yep.
sure. Victor's the
I mean, I
closest.
imagine the four of us are sitting in like a circle, sort of.
At
So I stand up.
least Smokey and you would all be together because you're all eating.
All right, so I stand up. Okay, now what?
I kind of take a couple steps back.
Yeah, you seeing that? Yeah.
Holy shit! There's like a subliminal message in your outfit.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah, but for Victor, with his perspective, it's a very interesting addition.
I kind of like walk back up to him. Your outfit, it kind of points to your junk. I'll just start laughing. In real life and in the game.
When his head ducks down to laugh, I'm going to swing my tail up and sit on him.
It's fine.
Okay. Sure. That gets a few stares from a few people, but some of them kind of laugh, and some of them just
I'm
kind of...
dressed for it.
Some of them shrug and just go, like, to each their own. And just keep walking.
It's a liberal guild of thieves.
It's a very... Yeah, it's a very free-thinking, I guess would be the term here.
So Rook, you're back. Did you find anything?
Yes, I found our next step.
My face kind of scrunches out from underneath Varkesh. Oh, good, good. Ugh. What are we doing?
Well, we'll be making our way down that pathway there towards. You see that area that looks kind of like a wall, but with windows. Way down the way there. That would be where our goal is.
Interesting.
Okay.
Let's
Is that
go.
where Daedrin is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Presumably.
I guess we'll go say hello to this Daedrin guy.
All right, Varkesh, get off of me. Come on.
I stand up a little bit so we can scuttle away.
Sure,
I grab my
we
bucket
should be
of
in this
chicken.
weird squatting position, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
I said I stand up a little bit.
Well,
then
yeah,
I'll sit.
you're in a squat, I
Then
guess.
I'll get away from the table because, then stand up, follow everyone else.
I just grab my bucket of chicken and say, where are we going?
Well, it's now just a bucket.
Oh, did I eat already? Okay.
I mean,
Rakesh, do you want to go in the forge?
No, I'll be okay. I'll get used to it until I have my abilities back to change it.
What do you
Okay.
mean until you have your abilities back?
I am
Uh,
a little spent.
He brought
We're-
someone back from the dead.
We're all a little
Okay.
tapped.
I think a good idea would be to meet this person and then perhaps go to sleep.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
hard to tell.
What time of day
Time
was
zones.
it before? Before we came down?
Before you descended into darkness,
Yes.
probably late afternoon.
It was the morning that we went out.
Yeah.
Then we
and
came
then
back. Then we waited.
So it was
an
hours to
hour.
go out and hours to come back.
Which is
Oh,
about 4 hours to go. So it was about like high afternoon. Then you had an hour of wait, an hour of stuff, and then you came over here, did another bit of things. It's about late afternoon.
Like 4-ish.
Yeah, 3, 4.
Yeah, we had a late lunch.
Basically.
Okay. To Daedrin.
Okay, so if you walk down the rest of the way, you can see again all the shops. Many of them look to be perhaps more of a rogue's paradise hidden compartments, thieves' tools, weapons, and the like that might be more suitable to their craft. But as you reach the end, you can see that it gets a little bit more residential, very slightly. You can see that there is one additional place that maybe perhaps adds rooms and some kind of means to sleep. They're very open. They seem to just be a place where anyone could rest at the time. You do also notice that no one has done anything aggressive. There is this level of almost don't stir up trouble. You begin to kind of feel that a little bit as each of the people walking by, though maybe perhaps a bit under the law, there is some kind of code here. As you make your way to the door, you enter inside what appears to be a larger chamber. This one actually draped with real silks and fabrics that drape around in a very stylized way. You can see this kind of deep mixture of red and gold, and beneath your feet a wooden floor that has been paneled in diagonal patterns with a bit of intriguing woods that have been just pressed into it. As you can see near the back, there are a few other doors that lead to maybe other parts of this carved-in abode. Near the back, you can tell that there is one continuous door that leads to maybe the main hallway. It is slightly ajar that you could maybe enter it, but at the moment there's no individual here.
Just
So-
gonna look at Rook.
Yeah, basically.
Look around for any thieves' cant or any indicator as to
Alright, make an
hidden passageway or
investigation
anything of
check.
that sort. Okay.
I'm going to up my guard a little bit that we're in a room and now we're supposed to see someone and we don't.
I'll take my time with it too.
Okay, you get advantage.
Interesting. I just had a syntax error in my sheet for some reason.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
crack-
what?
This way.
Like an
Syntax
error to his
error.
rules.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I don't need to roll a second.
Oh, holy shit.
okay. So, Rook, investigating and looking around, there are what appears to be very subtle hints around each of the door frames that are decorated in sculpture and style, but do have Thieves' Cant written in them. You can see down the middle, it says harem. To the left and right, you can see what appears to be office. To the right, you see weapons room. And straight ahead, there are two doors that parallel either side. And one you can see says waiting room. The one on the right, however, says restrooms.
Eclectic.
That one's probably the waiting
design.
room, so I'll guide everybody towards the waiting room.
Alright. As you enter the waiting room and you open the door, there's a little bing, 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 bing.
The hell was that?
Wasn't
Indication
me.
that people have arrived. Think of it like a sort of doorbell, I would assume.
You sit and wait for a brief moment before what appears to be an individual coming in. A female. She seems to have very short-cut, bright red hair, dyed almost to the color of blood. You can see that as she looks inside, she just kind of glares at you all for a moment, unsure if none of you look familiar to her, so she just kind of doesn't know who's the boss or the main one, so she just goes, "Yes? What do you need? What?
I'll stand up. I'm here seeking Badrin.
And who are you?
My name is Rook.
I'll see if he's available." As she kind of moves around to the side.
Bitch.
It takes about maybe 2 minutes before she comes back and goes, "Oh, well, Mr. Rook and friends, please follow me."
So,
She will lead you to an office. In there, you can see that there is a second door. She seems to have what appears to be a small table to the side that she's working on a pile of papers and parchment, each stacked up and organized into different places for maybe perhaps organizing or answering or replying. But she lets you go through the other pair of doors. In there, you can see this room is very lavish and nice. Around the sides are mirrors, each of the mirrors themselves reflecting on another to give a sense of greater space, to really kind of open up this slightly claustrophobic-like building that you've been in for the moment so far. But at the center, you can see that there is a desk, but in front of it stands an individual who is looking at you all rather curiously. a fair-skinned one, maybe perhaps with some nice brown hair, kept nice and cut. He seems to have a good style to him. His outfit is very plain for the most part. There's just a bit of leather applied to it that maybe perhaps could be armor in some manner. 2 staffs on his back, one gold with appears to be runes etched along the shaft, and an ebony, or it's not ebony, an ivory-like one with statues of Grecian-like male figures posed in a very tasteful way up along the shaft. He stares at you all with one hand still on a dagger as he has the rest resting on the back of his desk, looking at you with a bit of a cocked head, eyeing you all up carefully before looking at Rook and smiling. Well, welcome to the court. How can we be of service? And that's where we're going to end for tonight, as you have now
Oh my God.
reached
Like it.
the heart of the cloaked court.
It's
I
so
like it.
cool. I love it here.
It's the fucking coolest, man.
But we shall see what you guys choose to do here in the cloaked court. There are many options, and I look forward to it. But if you guys enjoyed it and want to see what happens next as they explore this hidden sanctum, we shall be back at 6:30 p.m. on Sundays. And from me and my amazing group, Cody, Connor, Kayla, Scott, and Kyle, thank you so much, and we hope you have a pleasant week. And we'll see you around. Stay safe, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good one.